What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
More river donks. So this is when people donk the river. Let's see what they've got. I'll go first. King eight is a fold. We should open the 10-10, and the queen jack should be defending. I bet queen jack offsuit might actually have a little bit of folding to a hijack raise. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. Let's just see. And also depending on his size. Let's look at the wizard.
And
Okay.
depending on the rate you use.
Yeah, we're gonna do this. All right, here we go. We'll do our little cash 100 big blind change. We're gonna be cash 9 max 2.5 100, and the rake is, where's our rake? Here we go, rake NL50. There we go. All right. So hijack, big blind, queen jack off. Okay, so it mixes. Good enough.
Yeah.
All right, so he takes it. So there's the raise. Oh, 2.2. Now he has to do it. He has to do it. Easy bet from the 10-10. Bet small. Great. Queen jack could call one time here. I wouldn't hate that. And lots of
It's a
folding.
small bet. I think it.
Yeah. And 2 overs, backdoor straight. Only 2 cards for the other guy to hit. Yeah. Now it makes sense.
It does.
He keeps it small. He's got his draw, and he hits his straight on. Okay.
Now the question I would ask myself, and I think we should ask ourselves, well, let's see what his donk size is.
Yep. Let's see what he donks. It should be, we expect it to be a big size. We expect it to be at least 10. 10 to 15. 14. He goes pot.
Now the question is, what size are you going to use with the second nuts here? I think you just put it all in.
Yeah, it's a huge overbet, but he has 9-10 here that he slow played. He has straights here. He has eights full. Yeah, there's just so much. I don't think you need to be small here.
I would also argue that
Right.
Good
job. He doesn't.
Nice
fold. Great. Strong.
The lesson here, I think, is I think you just go. I think what we've seen with all these hands being value is that here I think we just want to.
Yeah.
This guy is smart enough to fold, which I think is also going to be unusual for hot size.
Yeah, you're not going to get. So many people are calling here.
Yeah, I think you just have to fold.
Because you beat ace 9, and who knows if ace 9 is doing that. All right,
That's true.
This one's your party.
All right. I think King 10 does get some RFIs here.
But here's how we know King 10. Here's how we know King 10 didn't RFI here. Is because to donk, one of these guys has to call, most likely me, and I would fold queen deuce to the hijack, but not to the button.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is a little wide actually. Against button, I think it's still a little wide.
Against 2. Here's the thing though. So against button, queen deuce is too wide. Oh no, it's not.
It gets in there. I'm wrong.
Now you get, but now you get against a 2. There's just no question I'm playing it.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, there's a lot of raising up here with it. Let's see what the size is for against the smaller size, if that changes that. Two max. We are pre-flop only. 2 NL. We'll do the NL 100 just to make them different. Why not? Here we go. Button raises 2. Yep, still got some raising. This is not a time that I do it.
Okay, you defend.
Oh God, this is going to be a nightmare.
You donk. You check, you call. Now you can
I
counterfeit
donk.
it.
But again, I'm in the database, but all these bluffs that we've seen have all been from me.
That's a good point. He can't call. This doesn't work
I know.
unless he shoves it in your face.
You can't call.
But I don't think he's going to shove it. Okay. You still there? Did I lose you?
Yep, there we go. And oy. All right, Mike, this is you.
Yeah. Hey, go back to pre-flop. Notice the difference because I've been looking at this a lot because I've been getting it seems like there's been a shift in opening sizes on the button. There is way more people min raising on the button than there has been. Like it seems to be recent within the last couple months type of
I,
thing.
I've been seeing a lot more, not just on the button, but I've seen a lot more people playing the 2 than the 2.5 than I used
Yeah.
to.
Yeah. And which is, I don't know where it's coming from or whatever, but it's very not exploitable. That opening to 2 is like an exploitative open because look at how wide you should defend. Go back to your chart because I've been looking at this because I wasn't sure. Look at 10 deuce suited, 9-3 suited.
Yeah,
Almost every single suited hand has to defend here, all the way down
yeah,
to king 5 off. Like it kind of opened my eyes a little bit and
this
how
is a tournament
wide you have to
responsible.
defend. And so when people are folding, like if people study 2.5 ranges or 3x ranges, they're folding way, way too much if they think that, if they don't understand that a 2x open on the button, they need to defend wider. Like if they're just like, oh, my chart says I have to fold here,
Yeah.
and, whatever. I'm just thinking that that's like kind of an exploitative strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
might be right. Actually, the question becomes, are you going to use it?
yeah,
The question
40%,
becomes what?
40% VPIP.
The question becomes, are you going to start implementing two big blind RFIs on button?
I'm not because I'm not studying the post flop version of it. So I kind of try to
Oh, yeah.
stick to my
Yeah.
where I can kind of see where I'm at post flop. So I'm not sure if I'd started raising 2x on the button, you know, how I would adjust post flop.
Yeah. So 40% VPIP from the big blind, 60% VPIP. Huge difference.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah. Now, the one thing that makes this easier and the post flop play a little easier when facing this is just think a little bit about Louis and his tournament ranges, and you get a lot closer to this. I mean, the
Yeah.
tournament's got all these in there too, but I'm just saying, all of a sudden, this king 5 is easy to find when you think tournament. All right.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a particular class, a profile of a player that is raising 2x on the button and the cutoff and 3x from earlier positions, which is like kind of backwards of
Backwards to G.
how, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what is the particular? All we know is about their profiles that their RFI changes are kind of
No,
reversed.
no, there's other characteristics to this particular player profile. They're usually very aggressive, have a very high VPIP, like in the like upper 20s, 30s, typically like after a lot of hands, a lot of three betting and yeah, it's kind of like the back raised Betty profile.
Interesting. The first thought goes, if a number of people are using a very similar strategy, my thought goes to a stable.
Yeah, it almost seems that way. It does. And I thought that same thing.
Yep.
And there's another exploit against that particular player class on post flop that I've kind of been exploiting. When they miss the flop, they B75 every single time. Like doesn't matter what position, what the flop texture, anything. And then when
Right.
they hit, they either check or bet small. And I've sort of been exploiting that to
Right.
some degree of success. So I don't know how long
Nice.
it lasts.
I will look for that. Okay, this is your hand, Mike?
Okay. 8-9, technically to a 2.5 to a 2.5x is like the threshold mixing 8-9 off here.
All right. And look at this, and look at this, look at the suit combo. So you know I'm doing it.
Yep. With the spade as the first card.
And the heart is the second.
Specifically those two.
Yeah, yeah.
Just looking at the opponents, we have a tight small blind and a very loose and aggressive big blind and a
Hmm.
short stack.
Yeah.
So,
He
all
doesn't.
right, so he defends. Okay, interesting here. So he checks, I assume. This would be a great spot. Gosh, yeah, I think you could go either way here,
Hmm.
but I would default to c betting with this hand on this board.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that's a great size too. Okay, nice little binkage. You assume he
Hmm.
checks, which he should. So stack sizes here. He called your flop bet. He called a big size too. I think in theory we should size down a little, like we don't go big here,
Yeah,
but exploitatively, I think we can blast away. Let's just start putting it in pretty heavily, like go pot.
yeah. Theory says like 5.8, like half pot 55% is gonna be my max on this straight completing card.
Hmm.
I but I go for the exploit.
Yeah, that's awesome against this
Yeah.
opponent too. Although yeah, yeah.
And against his stack depth. I mean, I'm playing his stack right here very, very
Hmm.
con.
Oh, with gin card for you too.
Yeah,
Oh,
he makes
okay, thank you, sir.
makes it very easy.
If I were him, because let's say, because we could all be in this spot here in the big blind defending King Jack there, and we would get to this river. Would we ever donk this river?
What size did Scotty use on turn?
Pot,
Pot size,
overbet actually,
just
like a
over
little
pot,
overbet.
just over.
Um, so when he pots, what am I thinking? Not being able to see the cards. I've got top pair, and then I think top two.
You're thinking that my jacks check back a lot here on this king, and my king that got there calls, and my flush draws that might have bluffed, you block one of them, so I'm less likely to be on the flush draw. So you jam.
That's good. That's a good question. I guess. Yeah. I guess. I generally would not, Don, when you express strength.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think, given the bet sizing that the button has used, I don't think we ever donk.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, there's an ex. I mean, maybe there's exploitatively we can dog, but um, yeah, assuming I had a full stack and we were now here, I don't think I'm going to dunk against your turn sizing.
Yeah. And without the king of diamonds, I think it's a worse donk.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, give him king jack of clubs here, just for fun. And I think that this is a much better, give me another chance to bluff.
And it's not because I think you always have strong hands when you use that sizing on turn. I always think you have the straight. I think you've got bluffs that you're continuing with as well.
Yeah, yeah, yep. All right. Andy,
Sure.
Walk through the hand. What do you think everyone should do? What do you think everyone's going to do?
All right, so starting on the gun, fold,
Mm-hmm.
fold,
Mm-hmm.
raise 2.5 or
Yeah, whatever. Just
2.48.
raise to whatever your size is. Yeah.
Fold.
Uh,
I villain dependent is I'm either folding or calling.
I
Um,
fold.
but
Right.
offsuit generally I'm folding. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
against
We're
against
thinking
a
of these.
tight opponent,
Yeah.
but I don't know. We'll say call because we already know
Yep.
it's going to be a call.
But here's the thing that we're learning today. When you see this too big blind, you are nowhere near a fold. You're calling the offsuit eights. Just to learn that today. All right. So he calls. Good. And what should 9-10 do, Andy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay.
Now I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Yep.
Okay. So yeah, check the 9-10.
Mm-hmm.
Ace King, I probably bet third.
Good. He does.
And 9-10 is generally just a fold, but I'm guessing that's not what happens.
This is a great fold here. You know, you look at this and you say, I've got 3 to a straight, 3 to a flush, 2 overs to the 8. I fold.
Yeah.
Because it's fine to fold. It's fine to overfold on ace high boards. Absolutely fine.
I mean, no
But
pair, no draw, no hope.
yeah, well, he's got the 2 back doors and he's got
True.
the 2 to the 8. But yeah, I love this fold. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Shit just got real.
Yep, it did.
All right. I'm still checking here.
Mhm.
And then Ace King, I'm probably sizing up here now that we have double draws. I'm going close to. He's kind of shown his range. We know he's a little capped. I'm going. I might even size up to like oh, probably 6.5.
All right.
No, man, you gotta crush
I'm with
this,
you.
bro.
I think
You gotta crush it.
I'm with you on size up. I think 6.5 is your minimum size up.
Yeah, you gotta go like 10, man.
Yeah, consider an overbet here. We're gonna look at this. Larry or Mike, let's run this one to see if we get overbets here. Because
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
did consider. I
You
was
will
thinking an
definitely get
overbet.
overbet.
I think that villain's range is so capped that I don't know that they're calling an overbet.
so Andy, let's talk about this villain's range. This villain's range has a lot of aces in it. Yes.
Yeah. Some.
Okay. They could call an overbet. This villain's range has some flush draws in it. They could call an overbet, and if they fold to the overbet, you don't mind. And this villain's range has some backdoor flushes with something else going on, like the 9-10 of diamonds or something like that. And all those can call an overbet, and you don't mind if they fold either.
True.
So what is this guy folding here to your overbet that what he's folding his pocket nines and his pocket tens, right? Well, a lot of them are folding to 75%, right?
Right.
The second bet, he has 8x. A lot of the 8x is folding now anyway. So I'm on charging the big part of his range, the strong part. Nice.
Be
And
careful.
Fold. It's not what happens.
it doesn't, but I think you can fold over-ended. I think you can fold open-ended to this bet here, especially with the 2 flush draws.
It would change things if like the ace was a deuce or something to where now I have 2 overs. But yeah, I'm
Yeah, this is
folding the 9-10 and
here
Oh, this
comes
is
the,
interesting.
and it's not me. It's not me who does it.
I am checking and just giving up with the 9-10.
Not 308. 308 is in a party mood.
And what
Oh.
size do we think he's gonna go?
I think he's gonna pot it.
I think he's gonna pot it.
So is that today's
Shove
theme
it.
is
He's
River
gonna
Donks?
shove it. He's gonna shove it. Yeah, he's gonna shove it.
This may work.
Man, I'm sick with my ace king now.
You are sick.
I mean, I don't know if I ever find a call there. Just the flush got there, this another straight got there, two different straights got there.
Yeah.
All kinds of two pair are there. I think ace king is an auto fold there, which it looks like 306 did.
All right. Let's take a look at the straights though. The straights that got there are the 6-9. 6-9 of hearts. Okay. He could have that. He could have called that, yeah. And the 4-6, he could have called that in hearts and diamonds both.
Four
Yeah.
six of hearts. Yeah. He wouldn't have
Yeah.
called 4-6 with diamonds, you think, on the flop, would he?
2-4 got there as well. Not that, if he got like a 2-4 of hearts on the flop, that some of these villains, they're gonna be in there. Oh well, I'm suited. Let me see a flop. I mean,
Yeah.
not very likely, but there is combos that exist.
So
The deuce 4? Yeah. And the deuce 4 can call here. Yeah, the deuce 4 can call here. Yep.
So let's go through what Button's thought process should be. I mean, the first thing I'm thinking is that so you're right about the straights. The first thing I'm thinking about if I'm ace king on river facing this, what is this? This is a 3x, let's call it.
Mm-hmm.
A bit less. Do I have a diamond?
3x.
Is the first thing I'm thinking about. My answer is no. If that's a Dean, you got a good point. And the second thing I'm thinking about is what straight to get here. I'm gonna focus. I'm probably gonna be focused on 6-4, and if 6-4 calls turn, I would come up with the 6-4 hearts. But yeah, I think I would probably fold as well.
Yeah.
I think I would come down to, even though there's straights available, I think I'd like to be able to call here sometimes. And then I'd come down to, well, when can I call? And I think I'd like to call with the diamond.
That'd be nice. And
But-
the other hand that got here that he could easily have, ace 5.
Yeah, ace 5 is in there, sure.
Ace
I
5
don't,
is in there.
this is, you're keeping track still, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. It makes me think if this is a very clever big blind player who understood there's certain cards which would allow him to make this play, not just the cards he needed.
Yeah.
And that allowed him to call the overbet.
And here's the lesson I think we want to take away from this one. Which is easy to see, which is when you call your open-ended straight draw here that you're not getting the odds for, you have to say to yourself, I have the 9-10, but I also have 2 diamonds and I also have 2 hearts. These are my hands.
Yes.
And I have to play the river accordingly. So when I
What
get
is
there,
my range that calls this overbet? And also the second question is, am I ready to pull the trigger?
yes. This happened the other day with my wife on one where she called, and it may have been the flush draw she called, not the straight draw. I don't remember which one, but on the river, it's like, no, you have to bluff here. That the only way that you were allowed to call with a straight draw is if you're also going to claim the flushes.
Yeah, any draw.
You have to claim that you have to claim the draws in a sense, or you can't do this. All right. Good.
Interesting hand.
Did anybody run this so we can take a look at the overbet on the flop?
Yeah, I did. It's almost
All right,
exclusively over bets.
All right, let's take a look at it. You getting it up there, Mike? There we go. Thank you. Yeah, look at that.
Can you filter for just top pair? Again, and I think this is important to see in solvers, and I think we can apply to our games. If we've got ace king here, we can apply this over bet because we're just going to force so many ace X.
Yep.
I think this is a solver heuristic that I think can easily apply.
All right, now let's take the he did the overbet. So let's take the overbet and look at what the straight draws do.
Okay, yeah, and there he went 150,
No,
which we're in between here.
yeah,
So I just gave him the smaller one because then we can kind of gauge what 10-9 should do.
Yeah.
And it's just, folding.
yep. Straight draw's not enough.
Now let me look at 10-9 suited for a second while we're here. Thank you, Mike.
And now let's see if you find the river, let's see if you find the river bluff when you have the wrong one. Although the problem with this is you block one of the sets of hands you want him to have, which is you'd really like him to be on a heart bluff when this diamond comes in and you've got the hearts. But when it happens, there it is. He does it.
So the solver
And you
takes
never
the
check it.
10-9 hearts.
Solver took the 10-9 hearts. It never gave it up. It just changed it. It's just had a variety of sizes on it. Oh no, wait a minute. Where's the check? Where's the 10-9 of hearts check? Oh no, that's the diamonds. So go over to the heart. The heart one never does, always does it.
Always donks.
It does 60% to try to get folds from the other guy's missed diamonds, not trying to get an ace to fold, and then it jams trying to get an ace to fold.
Wow, this is it. This is not a super common play.
No, I mean, this is
The C
way
in
out of,
solver.
I mean, you just never have it.
Right. But when you're there, that's the logical play. Makes sense.
How often do you see river donks in solver? I don't see them. I don't remember seeing them very often when I was more obsessed with solvers, Mike. How often do you see them?
In solver?
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know. They're unusual for sure. They're uncommon, and it takes like these weird sort of nodes to get there. Yeah, it's not
Yeah. Now I think he was RTA.
No, he wasn't
because he
he's off
wouldn't have called the 10-9.
on the turn.
Yeah, that's valid.
Right. Adrian.
Yes. Fold, raise, fold, fold, fold,
Ooh,
call.
bad play. There's some
Oh,
bad
that's a
play.
bad play. Yeah, that's expected. Call. Yeah, okay.
Are we folding
Because the
this
king jack,
jack
well, that's
when this guy
interesting
makes
because
this
you
mistake?
might be folding. You're
Yeah, let's
calling the ace 10. You're folding the king 10. I think you're calling the king jack. You're calling
let's
the
take
king
a look.
jack.
Remember, it's a three big. We're at three, not at two.
At 3,
No,
yeah.
Yeah,
King Jack
It
is
was,
going to be a fold. Is my
it was the hijack
Really.
raise. The small blind queen 10 could not be more of a mistake.
King jack's a fold. No, what's a raise?
Fold and raise, yes, it's a bluff. So we don't
yeah
like to call.
squeeze.
And then
Okay.
against this, it's okay.
Oh, yeah,
But the fold is also good.
yeah.
So So this is what he didn't realize.
Because look at ace jack.
Mm,
Yeah, ace jack loves, look at ace jack being perfectly happy against the hijack and just being miserable. It becomes a pure bluff. All right. So he makes this very understandable mistake. He's also a short stack, which makes this less of a mistake, I think.
mm.
Yeah. This seems like less of a mistake the shorter stacked you are. All right.
Probably. Your
Yeah.
king jack is working.
Yep.
Check. Bet 246 should be at least half pot, probably a little bit. We should size up on that board.
But also remember you're against two players.
And there's
So
a
that
flush draw out there.
so that
So
the
yeah.
heuristic pushes your size lower against two players.
So yeah. So what do you think? 33%?
That's what I would do. But I'm just saying, if you go half pot, you're not making a huge mistake. But just with that in mind, the number of players you're against has a lot more to do within the board texture. And now this board has locked up equity. Does it have it locked up equity against either of these ranges? I say yes, it does against this guy's range.
And 3-5. Yeah. So
So, but he goes with yours. He sizes up.
I would have been more like half. I'd have been like
Yeah.
4.5. That's a
Yep.
little. But okay. People. That should just be fold.
They should both fold.
Yeah.
That is.
He's drawing with the king jack, which is stupid. But okay.
Yep.
Now the ace comes. He should check. Um. The ace is actually better for the eights. It's better for my range than his. So I would bet this ace. I'd see
It's
bet
better.
this ace.
It's better for your range.
Mhm.
It's worse for your hand. And I would say that it's worse for your filtered range. Remember, you bet
Yeah,
big on
I
the
would. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, I think you have to think about what he's calling and
Mhm.
what he's defending. And he's defending a lot of suited combos.
Yeah, and then you have even more completed equity with the ace of hearts out there. But it's good that it is an ace of hearts. But it
Yeah.
does leave him with a bunch of heart flushes here. So it's better
Yep.
as a shot. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it should just
And
be a shot.
who's got ace three and ace five right in this configuration right now?
He does.
He does more than us. I don't think we bet this size with ace three and ace five very often, but he can call it. But this guy does not. Right.
Now, this is you're in weirdo land here. I from his perspective, the King Jack, he has two overs, or he doesn't anymore. He has 200 now, but he does have that Jack of Hearts, so he's probably gonna call.
He does.
He's probably gonna call, and then he
Right.
binks it, and it's an 8. Oh, that's just horrible. Um, he should the villain 312 should donk lead here. He should donk lead.
Hmm.
He should donk lead here.
Does
Yep, he should. Now, what do the eights do? He's in hell. All right.
open their own mouth.
Yeah, Solver probably calls here. Now, should he? I'll flip a coin. I don't know.
I mean, your pot odds are important, right? It's not
Mm.
the size is important.
So he bet half pot into. Did he bet pot or half pot? He bet half pot.
Half pot.
He bet half pot. So that is a sizing tell. That's more of a value-ish size, right? Bet. Are you folding sets here? You could.
This guy doesn't.
He doesn't.
He doesn't.
I'd be interested to see what Solver said about it. Like Solver
This
folds
was
the
this
center.
was a multi-way. This was a multi-way pot. And this hand never got here.
Yeah, but
but-
the Queen 10 wasn't of any value to the pot. So
Okay,
you
right.
might be able to take the Queen 10 out. He didn't do anything.
Okay.
But the bet sizes will be different.
Larry, you want to run this guy?
I am on my phone today, so I am.
Okay,
That's
Mike,
why I
would you run
can't
this guy?
look tomorrow.
Run it as hijack versus big blind, and the opening size is 3 big blinds.
Okay, we won't get post flop with 3.
Oh, okay. Okay, then we got to do 2.5. We'll make all those changes. So we're not gonna get a super accurate thing, but we will at least get something about somebody's gonna get here with a jack of hearts. I hope. I hope there'll be some hand with a jack of hearts that makes it here. All right.
What was the flop action?
Flop action is gonna be check, bet big, call. Turn is gonna be
Big B75. What's big on the flop?
Yeah, he's
Big.
he's B75. He went
Okay.
B75.
Yeah.
Mhm.
B75, B6. Yep. All right. While you're doing that, I give you Sam.
Me?
Yep.
I I don't think you should put that hand into solver. It's a waste of time.
All right. Well, we were looking at this next one.
Let's go. I will be opening the 10-8 off.
Hells yeah. Open that 10-8 right into me.
Yep. And then when you see me, you should be 3-betting.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm guessing you call here.
Let's see. Yeah, the 3 bets here are gonna be in the lower beats of it, if my memory. Okay. Against a 3. Here's our big blind 3 bets. Ooh, it's a fold. Too loose, Scotty. Too loose. All right.
Short stack.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 10-8 is also too loose. So
No, it's not. 10-8's an open.
10-8
On the
off.
10-8 off's open on the button. I don't know if it's an open 3 big blinds, but it's a 2.5 open. Yeah, it's the little snap of the tooth there. It's there.
Ah,
And it's also there in 2.5 land.
so I'm not too loose.
No, 10-8. Look at that. In 2.5, it's a big thicky one. And this is the big blind range that I know. That's why.
Let's go. What did
Yes,
Scotty do?
This is why I made the mistake, by the way. Because I know this and I didn't know how much tighter to get. I did the worst
Scotty
thing.
calls. Flop a pair with a
Mhm.
backdoor.
Yep.
Scotty's gonna check. Sam's gonna see bet small, get them to raise their strong shit and call with their weak shit.
Yep. But he goes big.
Oh, when he goes
He goes
big,
big with
then,
he goes big with his inside straight draw.
well, he's doing the right thing because this board he's supposed to bet big because it's a high mid card with a flush draw.
Right.
So when
I don't think you're supposed to if it's with an ace though, right? Ace mid. I don't think you're supposed to go big. Am I wrong?
king mid you're supposed to bet big.
Yeah, king you are, but I thought ace you weren't. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know about that, but Scotty calls with a pair.
Yep.
Scotty doesn't check raise. We will keep barreling, but we're kind of short. Oh, he takes a half pot size bet.
Mm-hmm.
And what does Scotty do here? Fold?
No. Scotty's marginally made. Scotty calls. There, still
Scotty
flush
sees
draws.
Sam's across the table. Scotty thinks Sam's thinks nobody check raise as a bluff on the turn. So Scotty should check
Scotty-
raise shove.
Scotty loses to a king. Scotty is here ready to lose to a king.
Scott, but Sam folds a king. Scotty calls. I mean, if you get here with this goddamn hand, I mean,
You just got shove, right?
you just put the money in and hope that the guy floated you with like a 7, because a 6 is always gonna call.
Yep.
Or you you don't have to shove. You could bet small, get rid
I
of
just
the
turned it into, I
get
just
rid
turned it
of
into a bluff.
Yeah, get rid of the ace five of clubs. Get rid of the queen
But I don't
10
need to
of.
get rid of any of those. That's my problem. I beat ace five. I don't need the
No,
ace.
not you, man. You keep doing this thing, man. What is this?
Right. This is weird. I gotta bet bigger if I want a king to fold. What am I trying to get to fold here?
You did this last week too.
Hmm.
Come on, man. Get rid of that.
Yeah, this is okay. Am I gonna get queen, queen, jack, jack, 10, 10, 9, 9, 8, 8 to fold to this size?
I don't think queen double barrels, right?
Yeah.
So they don't
He
have
just
any queen
jams on
queen.
the
He's basically saying that he has a king plus or a
That
bluff.
was, I love this guy. Oh,
Ha ha!
I am so fucked. It's gonna work. Oh, oh,
Oh my god, you got owned, brother.
Well, let's
Yeah.
kind of think about how the short stack put
Yeah.
this together.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go back to so he bets big. He bets a half, an indeterminate half. You're taking advantage of the backdoor flush draw coming in
and the
and the
six.
repeat six.
Yes.
Now the question becomes if you really in game, if you really had, let's say 7-6. Let's give you the top of range. If you had 7-6, what size would you? If you were to choose to donk. Number one, would you donk if you had 7-6? Well, no, you wouldn't be here because with check raise. Right?
I get here with, so I get here with a flush. I get here with ace six, easy. Those two.
Yeah. Yeah. So you've got some 8-6.
You have a6. You have a7. You definitely have a6.
I have ace six. I still don't have ace six suited.
So, but the problem is the pot is 40. The guy has 48. When you hit
Yeah.
your six, are you really betting 20?
Do you have A6 with the A6 of clubs or are you check raising?
You can't have a6 of the clubs. It's,
Oh,
the
you
six of
can't have
clubs
it.
is
All
the
right.
board
Ace
game.
six with the ace of clubs.
Yeah. That's
Come
what it is.
on, bro, move it.
I'm thinking, I'm thinking that this is the exact wrong size. I think that I should be bluffing to get a king to fold, and that's a jam.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah,
size is the
Or,
tell.
or I should be checking to take my value.
yeah.
Or I should be block betting.
No, you shouldn't be block
Oh,
betting.
no, I'm saying there's a logic to block betting. I don't think it's the best choice. I don't think the block bet is the best choice here, but there is a
No,
logic to the block bet here.
it's not.
But I think this size is the worst, and I think that exploit is crazy that he thinks it works, and it did.
It is
He
crazy.
got,
Well,
he
crazy because
got
we
to.
know that donks are less bluffs. I mean, he's only
Yeah.
folding out bluffs.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't think that his play is totally run. I think your thin bluff range, he folds out, but that's just not, as we
Yeah.
know, part of your range. And yeah, I think your obvious better play is to check and evaluate.
Yeah. Or bluff. Bluffing's okay. But the bluff should have been aimed at a king because I beat ace five. What am I, what am I gonna try? What am I doing? I'm
I mean,
aiming at,
the guy
aiming at
double,
pocket eights. It's
the
crazy.
guy double barrel, man.
Yeah. Yeah, this is bad. And I got punished for it. All right, let's take a look at let's look at the previous hand for Mike. Oh, whoops. Yes, stop share.
Oops, sorry,
King Jack.
muted. There we go. Yeah, King Jack was a defend heads up, but in a multi-way pot, we saw that it was not something that we like to cold call there.
Yep.
Get to the flop. This is not surprising. That's the donk range.
Yeah, we donk everything.
Yep. And here is the dude with pocket eights now. He did this into two players, by the way. So,
Yep,
and he used a big size, which
yeah,
is not a thing. Certainly isn't going to be a thing multi-way.
yeah,
Yeah.
he never gets the 75. So I guess, do we give him the 50 so that the ranges make sense? Or if we give him the 75, is it just gonna go, it's just gonna lose its mind? Well, let's see
Not
what,
gonna
let's
have
see.
many combos.
Yeah. I mean, give it the 75 and see if the solver okay, do what you're
Right.
doing.
All right. The king jack, I mean, we're just, you obviously you have to have a heart here to continue.
Which he did. So this is good.
Should be folding to a big size anyways.
Yeah.
That's why I say you can't don't put it into the solver because they don't play like a solver.
Hmm.
And the eights are just not ever going to bet here if they do. When they do bet, though, this is kind of
And the
interesting.
50% is
It's
never the size.
it's a big size when you do bet.
Yeah.
That kind of surprised me. I didn't think that would be the sizing choice.
On the
You
flush.
thought we would size down because completed equity came in.
Yeah.
No, but it's a hand that needs protection, and when you don't bet big, that makes sense to me.
But usually when the flush comes in, our max size is 50%
My
usually.
my gut
Oh,
tells
you
me
mean on the turn?
Yeah, on the turn.
I thought on the flop.
my gut tells me that it's the ace of hearts specifically. I'm going to change it to a different heart and see if yeah, okay, so the sizing goes way down now.
Yep, yep,
It's because the ace of hearts.
right.
Does it because it blocks big blinds? Flushes?
Yeah, because the ace of hearts is on the board. He no longer has it.
Yeah.
Which would be a lot of his continuing range on the flop. It would be an ace X of hearts hands. So they check, and then the eights, they bet. And what size did they bet?
At 50.
50. So the king jack with a heart now is kind of jack of hearts indifferent, king of hearts continues.
Right.
And the set of eights, or excuse me, the king jack. Now here's your donks. They would come.
Better hearts. Oh no. No, there we go. Jack of hearts
These
is enough.
are the yellow is B10, a B10 donk.
And the jack of hearts on the king jack is B10. And the king of hearts is also B10. Most of it. Okay. So
The
our
guy
actual size was,
50%.
I'm going to take a look at what he did. On the flush, he did 50%.
Yeah, so he did better than the solver. Took a bigger sizing, got a call.
And there's just no sets here. The sixes is your set. And yeah, you don't fold all your sets in automatically to it. Okay.
Yeah, but you got to go back to to the donk range though. Like in live
Yeah.
game you should like in real game you actually should fold your sets. You should not call with your sets because
Yeah.
they don't have the bluffs. It's just not
Yeah.
there. It's not
Yeah.
there.
What do they bluff? Their bluffs come
Look
from,
at their bluffs and
look
ask
there.
yourself this questions.
Are they
Do
finding
those
any?
players find these bluffs? If they don't find these bluff and you up their frequency of donking with a jack of hearts, then you should fold everything. Just muck it.
Yep. Yep. I mean, their bluff comes from from the, their bluffs come from the under pairs without a heart. That's it, because the king high, they have zero, they just never have it.
Yeah, without a heart, they're already folding the turn. It's like
What's the
there's
top
no.
pair? Oh, hold on,
So
no, take a look at the top pair, go to the top pair, go to the ace. That's where it is.
Well, top pairs just are never gonna bet.
But that, we were just looking for the bluffs, where they're coming from. That's a bluff.
like, do we beat the thin value like an ace?
The ace is a bluff, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah,
if they
of course,
bet an
that's-
ace, that means they bet a hand that's a value hand, but our set beats
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah.
it's not really a bluff if you tick like a
Okay.
10% sizing, right?
Okay,
So you really like in game. You really need to ask yourself: are they betting a hand that we could beat? Most of the time, it's no.
yeah.
Are they bluffing with something? No. Then you should just 2 no's, just muck your goddamn
Yep.
set.
Yep. All right. Here we go. After Sam is, oh, here we go. We have not done James yet. James, you're up.
Sorry, what am I up on?
You are up on, go through the hand, say what you think each person should do.
Oh,
And
okay.
also, and if you have an opinion of what they did do, based on, population reads, you tell us what that is.
Sure. Well, I think it should fold till the aces, and obviously they should bet.
What, king 3 doesn't open?
No.
No, I think it's a little too wide. I think it has to be king 4, actually.
Mhm. It's in the cutoff, it's all the way up to king 5. No, there's a little bit, I'm sorry, in the hijack, this is the cutoff. The cutoff has king. The cutoff does have king 3.
Use king 3 is the cut is
Yeah, it's got it for 2.5 and it probably
God
doesn't have
damn,
it.
I'm opening that in a live game.
King 3.
Okay, so I was wrong. I was
And
one
if you
pip
go,
off.
right, and but if he's a 3 big blind guy, then he does, then he
3
doesn't have it.
bigs.
Then it opens a little wider, right?
Oh, a little bit, yeah, he still has a little bit of it, but this guy didn't take it. Okay.
Okay, and
check him.
I think the ace 10 should 3-bet.
Okay. But he doesn't.
Oh, he doesn't.
Ooh, ace high board.
Oh,
Ace high-
spaghetti-o.
Oh, yeah. So obviously I think it'll probably go check here, would be my thought.
No, he takes the small size. He's gonna get value from clubs.
Yeah.
From,
See,
He
this
has
is-
ace of clubs, right? So
This is why on ace high board, the Marcoon way is so good, because they have too many ace when they're calling from the big blind where they should have 3-bet. So when you have ace king and ace queen here, just overbet the pot.
Now this one ace though, this is the one hand where you might not want to overbet. You block
Yeah,
the
this
flush,
hand, yes.
and it's so hard for him to have anything.
Yeah, I like these size.
so the question is, hold on, let's go back to ace 10 here.
Yeah.
With a small bet, I don't hate a check raise here.
Nope.
But yeah. So I mean, but you can just check call is fine. And yeah, I mean, probably just check here and then, I mean, you probably want to size up right now that he's called.
Yeah.
So you probably want to size up here and maybe even overbet, right? Because he's saying he has something by calling you and not that. So maybe make it like 12 here. I like a 12 big blind bet.
Yep. He sizes up, but he sizes up to the 7, not to the 12. And once again, I agree with you. I think I want to go over here.
Yeah. On the turn, on a blank, your value wants to overbet.
All right. I guess we're gonna get a 10 on the river. Is that what's gonna happen? Nope, just a 5. Oh,
It's
the
not the
4
best
line,
card, right?
the 4 liner.
Yeah, it's not the best card in the world for the aces, but I mean,
No,
ace 10, I'm checking ace 10. I'm not turning it into a bluff here. I'm really not.
I think he's gonna block bet it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna block. Yeah,
Blocks.
block
My
size.
block's
Now,
okay.
now this is a very interesting spot for
See, this is
bet
interesting.
with the
Yeah.
4-liner. Because
Uh,
if you raise and you get re-raised, you're in hell. But it feels like your hand is just too good not to raise.
Yeah.
oh, you're talking about the aces?
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
think the guy takes this size with a 4 liner?
No, I
Does
don't.
this guy take this size with a 7?
No, I don't. I don't think he does.
That's what I meant with the 7. I meant with the completed 4 liner. I don't know.
I mean, this screams one pair to me, like every single time.
Could
It
it not be
does.
2 pair?
He's not going to be balanced, but you know, a really good player will have 7x here a little bit. But this is, yeah, I think you have to raise it.
I
Can
think
we
you have to
agree it's a
raise.
little bit uncomfortable to raise here, or am I in it?
No, you
No,
should be.
it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, and if you get 3-bet or jammed on, you're miserable, right? But you just call it off.
You have to take it. You have to go. Well, I'll let you decide. It's your.
Yeah, I mean, you have to, right? I don't know. Maybe you make it like, oh, I hate the call.
I don't.
I, I, I think I make it like 29. That's what I make it.
So I'm not saying you're wrong, James, but but you have to add one more thing to your thought process. So not only do you have to say he doesn't bet a 7 here at 7.76. Okay. And by the way, if this was 7.77, he has a 7. Some people think that's funny. Now, not only does he have to not have the 7, but he has to have a hand that can then call a raise without a 7.
Well, I don't
That's a very good
necessarily.
point.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
I mean,
I don't
Wait,
necessarily.
see,
hold on, wait,
I,
stop. It's James' hand. You don't agree because
I don't agree because our job is not to get them to call. Our job is to put the money in so they can call. Our job
okay,
is not for, and that's the way I look at it. So,
okay,
with that said, if we call, you're never getting paid more, right?
okay, got your point. Okay, I got your point. Um,
Now, Scotty, talk to me about where you are with this because I'm curious. I'm thinking this is obligatory, but I think your point is that well, what the fuck is going to call?
okay, so I'm going to answer you and respond to James. So, in theory, you do have to ask the question. In theory, you have to raise here. You have to be able to have the best hand and get called for it to be worth it. Otherwise, if he has no calling range, it's not worth it to raise. You make no money. But the point, James's point, as I'm going to rephrase it, is some people fuck up. They maybe they play bad. Just because we can't think of a hand that they should call with doesn't mean they won't call. And we can't give them
Well,
the opportunity to make that mistake without raising.
I mean, I see your point on what you're saying that we have to ask, how can they call, right? I understand that. But wouldn't you think a 7 would check raise at some point during the hand?
No,
No.
You don't think a
he's
check
there till the
like
5.
what? I mean,
We'll
you
see.
don't think like why?
Okay, let's give us let me give you a couple different 7s. Let me give you ace 7 here. Ace 7 suited. Check, call, easy. Check, bet, ace 7, call, easy. River. Now let's give you another 7 that makes sense. 7, 8, and 6, 7. Okay. Check, bet, easy call with 7, 8, and
Yeah,
6.
makes sense.
Check on the 4. Yeah, you could raise the 6. You could check raise the 6, 7, and the 8, 7. But if you were a poker coaching student, you wouldn't. Because you would say, I have a marginally made hand and a draw. Which is more important? The marginally made. What do I do with marginally made? Check
Yeah.
call. What does my 7 mean? Makes it easier for me. Now, if you're an old style guy, you go pair and a draw, raise.
Well, And okay,
And
I
if you're a
understand. what
Right. And
I
if you're a
mean,
solver aficionado, then you do whatever the solver says, and I don't know what it is there. So those are the hands that would get here with a 7 that wouldn't have raised yet. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Right. Now, hands that hands that might bet 7 that bet 7.77 that aren't a 7. Because when it's a 7, your raise is a disaster. Unless you think you can get a 7 to fold by representing 7-9. And I don't think you can.
no, you can never expect a 7 fold, but
No.
can
Which is why raise with 7-9.
Okay.
So let's take a look at hands that could call this raise.
5
Ace
6,
five might make a mistake.
5 6, Ace 5, 8 6, pocket sixes.
Yeah,
Sixes
they might-
probably
they all
would
might
raise
make
some.
that mistake. Yeah, sure.
Like,
Yeah.
2 pairs will call all day long.
there isn't much 8-6 or pocket 8s or pocket 6 there.
Yeah.
But I think ace
It's
5 would call.
Check raise already.
Yeah, ace 5 would call because it's a ace and then a turn straight draw, ace 5. 4-5 would call because it's a gutter on the flop and then flop a turn a pair that would call. A set of
Mhm.
5s would also call because
It's hard to get
It's-
here with 5s.
yeah, no, it's not a set of 5s. It's a pair and then they call small bet, turn a pair with a gutter. They keep calling river a set of 5s, donk lead. That makes sense.
I'm folding pocket 5s here, by the way. I'm folding pocket 5s there.
From a guy who called with ace 7 with no backdoor to a double barrel.
Yes.
You're folding 5s.
I'm
Come
folding
on,
5s.
man.
Yeah. I mean, especially if it's 5 of spades, 5 of diamonds.
Yeah, but people don't fold draws.
Yeah, but there you go. Okay.
So
Anyway,
it's
but sure, he could be there. So maybe
five
all those.
six. 5-6 is also a hand that would call because 5-6
Yep.
it's a pair and then turn a gutter.
Yep. Those hands are
Does he 8-5 suited? 8-5 suited would call as well because it's a pair, turn a gutter, river 2
Mhm.
pair. So there is enough hands in there that we could it merits for a race. I do not
Okay.
disagree. We just need to size it properly.
Okay.
I said 29, but looks like they went 36, right?
Yeah.
38.
And well, no, he did. No, he called. He didn't raise. He just called.
Oh,
He just called and took the pot. All
okay.
right. Up next is Dean.
And to answer the question, if solver would raise a set there, the answer is no.
Okay.
Interesting.
Thank you. Yeah. So you're not too much of a nit.
Okay.
All right.
Is
I believe we're on
multi-way,
Dean. Yeah, I think we're on Dean. I could be wrong, but we're on
5-6
Dean.
raise.
5-6 opens.
I like it.
Surprise queen 8 didn't call on the button.
King 10 is probably a fold to the 3 size
Mm-hmm.
and a call to the 2.5. So
2.5, it'll be a 3-better call.
yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's a fold to the 3, and let me move you guys out of the way so I can hit the button here. And to the 2.5, it plays. Right, so I didn't make that adjustment
Crazy
properly.
huge.
There's my first mistake.
Check. Bet.
Sure.
And check raise. And maybe start with queen king jack or something.
I could do some check raising here.
Yeah,
I
a
don't
little
have to.
bit. You don't have to though.
Have to.
Check. He might continue because he has the gutter.
Yeah, now he's picked up equity.
Mm-hmm.
He sizes up.
Call.
Yeah, now it's an easy not raise.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I bet into a 4, I'm just gonna end this meeting right now. All right,
That feels gross too, though. Check.
I have the king of hearts.
He might
And
check
the
back,
king.
thinking he
All
has
right.
go down.
Moment of truth. Does he empty the clip? Because this hand has no showdown.
No, I know.
Right.
But,
No, I
you know,
don't let
people
him.
think
I
they
don't.
do.
I don't.
Donks.
No,
don't.
not you, but the river, the guy.
Or you mean, does he raise me?
You
I
donk the
check-
river?
if
Oh,
I-
you don't.
I'm gonna donk the river. It's a
He
mistake.
loves that
Oh
little
my
blocker bet that
Lord.
he's about to throw out.
What kind of
Yeah.
crap is this?
I
block.
mean,
If he does it and I fold. Ah, he just folds.
Good.
All right, there we go.
Yeah,
So,
we've seen this quite a bit from you, Scotty. It's the blocker bet that, to the definition of a blocker bet, you're blocking him from making a larger value bet and or bluff, and you're doing it with hands you shouldn't be doing it with.
Yeah. I should be
You
check calling him,
probably
right?
don't have. You probably don't do it often with like nuts.
See some kind of just Scotty's blocker bets.
Yeah, these are bad.
well, let's talk about what hands are we block betting here? Are we block betting anything? Like, I mean, let's look at something like, I think King 10 is block bet, but let's look at like King 7 or King 8
What about
or
King 10
maybe
of
Pocket
hearts?
Jacks, right?
King 6.
You wouldn't have pocket jacks, right?
King
Well, your
6.
value bet.
You said block bet. You didn't say value bet.
Well, King 6 is a value bet, right, on the river?
Yeah?
What if you had King 10 of hearts? You got the flush,
All right.
but you
We
blocked pocket pair.
Okay, how am I gonna do this? Because the big
King
blind,
6, 9-6, 9-6 suited.
the problem is I'm just never gonna have a king 10 here.
Well, it was cut off, wasn't it?
Suited. Okay,
Was it cut off or was it hijack?
well, it was hijacked. Did I?
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it was cut off. It was cut off.
Yeah.
Cut off. Thank you. Still not gonna have it.
it might have it more. Oh, well, it might have it more actually.
Come on, come on. Give it to me. Yeah, there we go. Give it to me because of, in a non-raked
No
situation.
rake.
So there we go. All right, and the flop is king of spades, 9 of clubs. King of spades, 9 of clubs, 3 of hearts. We check. You guys are in my way. We check. He's got the 5-6 of diamonds, which of course he bets. And he bet his size with, it's not going to give me as many sizes, but his size was half pot. So between the two of these, I'm gonna, well, we'll look at both of them. There's a bet and the king 10, lots and lots of calling. Against the bigger size, the king 10, lots and lots of calling.
Yeah, I was not thrilled about the possible raising on the flop there. I heard a couple people mention possible raising, and that just would not be a thing, I don't think, against with King 10.
Yeah. Okay. I just don't have the better kings there. All right. So
Well,
we're
it's
gonna
important
give
to
it,
see actually we don't check raise any of our king X that we
I'm gonna
get
give
here
him the
with.
small one. I'm gonna give him the one he does more. Hold on. Which one does he do more? His size with range is, so he checks the cutoff size with range is the small size more. So let's give him that. He bets that. And if he has his 5-6, his 5-6 mixes it anyway. And his 5-6 of diamonds does it. Mostly small. All right. Good for him on the solver. We call there. He picks up the
Hearts, I believe.
something of hearts. What was it he picked up of hearts? The,
Deuce of
Deuce.
hearts.
that's right, it's the deuce of hearts. Thank you. And now you guys are in the way again. Deuce of hearts. We check range. His 5-6 can continue betting with hearts preferably, but the other ones can do it. And his size was into 12. He bet big. All right. So that's gonna be the 6.3 into 10. He bets the 6.3. We just call. And I have to move what's out of the way. Call. And the river is the X of hearts, the 6 of hearts.
Yeah.
River's the 6 of hearts. There's no betting in poker. You want to know what block bets here? Nothing.
Nothing.
How
Yeah.
about nothing? All right.
It seems the peak never has leads.
Yep. You are
if,
not
if
going
we're
to
not
see
the
me.
aggressor.
Yep. You are not going to see me do this in the future. You may see it in my database from before, but you're not going to see me continuing to make this mistake. All right.
You should. If you have king
Oh.
6, you should lead.
If I have 4, 5 of hearts,
Yeah, if you have king 6 and you have 4 or 5, you should lead. Just not with this hand.
Mhm.
Because
You're
he's
not gonna
always
s-
gonna call you with a better king. Like you're always
Yep.
folding out but worse hands.
Yep. All right. Up next is okay. This one was again, this was top pair on flop. Top pair on flop. Backdoor flush on the board. King of flush, blocker, and a block bet. Block bet 30%. And again, me, so kind of warps our database. All right. Has everyone gone? Looks like everyone's gone. Okay, Larry.
All right, ace jack gets to open this early. He
He
folds.
does. He does.
Surprising
That's
for a
big. That is a tragic fold.
surprising for a his hand is worth more. He's a-
Yeah, he might have stepped away.
Excuse me. King eight is an open.
Damn right.
To this size you can defend.
I have to. Yep.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
No.
So we've got top pair on a monotone board. We're gonna check. He should start betting, and I would prefer a very small size here.
He bets pot.
Okay,
No.
so we know this isn't a thing in theory, but I'm not folding your top pair yet. But
Not yet.
my antennae should be up, right?
Yes. Yes.
But at the same time, what I'm going to think in my head is that he's got a lot of the case ace
A lot of ace
diamond,
of diamond.
king diamond.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a blankish turn. Check. He now. This is interesting. I don't. It's interesting to choose this size after you pot. I would be 150 here, pot for him, but you now giving the price to call, essentially going dead. And
I turn it into a bluff. I turn it into a bluff. Jesus God, why do I show you people these things?
This one's better than the last one though, Scotty, I think.
Yeah, but at least it's going to be a bluff. It's not going to be a blocker. It's going to be a bluff.
Yeah, this I like this better than the last donk.
Tell me why. Because I don't
Well,
like
because
it.
it's just a bluff, right? I mean, you're not going to get called by or you're not going to better hands could
I
fold
get
here.
better hands to fold.
Yeah.
yeah, I like this better because the last one was merging. This is
Yeah.
not merging. It's pure bluff. So I think I would just call here. I don't think I would raise second nuts.
Oh, for him?
Don't. Yeah.
He should absolutely not raise.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't
Yeah.
want to raise second nuts.
Yeah,
I
he played
mean-
it right.
I mean, if you
So let's
jam
talk-
here, if you were to jam, king eight, king high flush is like shit.
I think he calls me.
Yeah, let's talk about size here on your bet. Who likes like 50 here? or like you said, jam. Who likes a real big bet like that? Because you know you're bluffing.
Yeah, I mean, if you're betting 50 here, you might as well just jam. Like, there's
Right.
no sense in,
Yeah.
betting 50 bigs and leaving yourself what, 10
Four.
behind.
18. Yeah.
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 Yeah. So he has to fold better queens here.
He has to fold he has to fold a straight here.
I
Does
don't
he
know if I get
bet?
I don't know
Does
if I
he?
get a fold a straight without a jam.
It's
Does he
true that
bet a better queen on the turn?
I mean, that's the weird thing about this bluff, which is, boy, is this a better bluff if I didn't have a queen.
that's a
This
good
would
way
be
to look
such
at
a
Having
it.
a
good bluff if I
queen
had that.
blocks him from like having like top pair here or something.
Yeah, and that's the problem. I really want him to have gotten here with ace queen and king queen and queen jack.
I mean, queen 10 is in hell. Like, I don't know.
It is. It is. It's just that I block some of those. I would rather he bets he had something here, and I would like to have jack 9 here when I do this. If
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
you've
do
got
this.
a semblance of showdown. If he doesn't, yeah,
Yeah.
you just have a little showdown, and
Yeah.
it's not worth turning bluff. You show your
Yeah.
very weak showdown on this run out into a bluff.
Yeah. Yep. And it was the
Because
wrong time.
sometimes you're going to check back and you really check.
All right. Once again, this is bluff me pot. All right. This is going to be me. King 4 suited mostly folds here. There is a sliver of opening at 2.5 with King 4 in the hijack. The 10-9 is going to be the open. He opens. This King 5 is an easy fold. This is a mistake. With a short stack like this, still a mistake, but less of a mistake. And luckily, I'm not in this hand, so I'm not going to screw this up. All right, there we go. Having done it, having said that, that's a pretty good flop for him. Check. 10-9 suited. This board is a very good board for the donker. And when he doesn't, when there is a highly donked board and they don't take it, what is our heuristic?
A lot of checking.
So when they have a board that they get to bet and they don't, we still do a lot of checking.
Check or bet.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it comes
Check or
down. You've
bet
got
big
another
each
advantage
time?
here. Now, ace 5 certainly is in your range. You've got all combos. You've got 16 combos, right?
We've got ace 5 and 5-6.
Yeah.
He has ace 5 offsuit.
So I'm not. I mean, this isn't a slam dunk. Not advantage big blind. I don't think.
But I want to ask a question, Mike, that you said when there's a board that he has a high donk frequency and he doesn't take it, then we switch to check or bet big. Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
Okay.
I don't know if it applies to like button big blind though. Like I think if you were in earlier position, it might
Okay.
be more bigger betting on these donkable type boards. Because when the big blind defends, they can defend obviously much wider and you can open wider on the button. So the donking frequency is not nearly as high as if you were the in position player was in an earlier position.
Right. Oh, okay. I see what you mean. That this board, right? This board doesn't miss the button as much as it misses the low jack.
Right.
Yeah, low jack doesn't have ace 5 off.
Okay. And the button does. All right. So he bets, which makes sense. He's got a straight draw. He chooses to bet it big on a board with locked up equity the other guy could have. So I think that's not great. But why listen to me? You've seen how I play. The King 5, easy call. With this now, check raise this. Yes, but not to this bigger size. I think this becomes a better call now. He's also got
Agreed.
He's short, so his draw goes way down in value. So
Now,
this is,
sorry to interrupt, just to confirm with the group here, so we see that heuristic in solver where sizing dictates our check raise frequency. We're kind of in agreement with our semi buffs like this. That also holds for demons, right? Well, we're going to check raise less with this combo against a large size with demons, just as we would solve it.
yeah. The problem is that all his drawing hands go down in value with this, with no implied odd, with less and less implied odds behind.
Yeah.
That he should consider, he should be considering folding here. I'm not saying he should.
Well, with the king of diamonds.
So, I mean, look at it in a, so let's take a look at this in let's see, this is he started with 25 big blinds. All right. So let's look at this in a tournament,
Yeah, I guess with the stack size, you got a good point.
right?
Take consideration.
MTT, I mean, that's a really good thing. MTT 25. Button unfortunately raises only to 2. Big blind defends king 5 off. He calls. We get 2, 3, 4 rainbow with 1. Oh, sorry, 2 diamonds. 4, 3 of diamonds, 2 of clubs. 2 of clubs. He checks. Now, we're going to do the big bet. The big bet is going to be 3.3. It's a little worse for him. And his king 5s, they don't fold. Okay, no, he jams with he jams his king of hearts. All right, there's your answer. I'm sorry, with his king 5 off. With the
If
king
he
of
has a
diamonds,
diamond, he jams.
he just jams. He just jams and says, I hope you missed it. To the bigger size. All right. Check. Once you get called to the bigger size, this might be the time to take your take your equity, to realize your equity and check behind. But he doesn't.
Especially on
He
the
goes
report
big.
3.
Yeah, and now,
That's a terrible size.
yeah, that's going to be, he bets big at this. So it's a 3 of spades. There's a sliver of him getting here with this, so boom. Check. The bet size was, okay, check, bet, call, flop, check, bet bigger. There's your king of, there's the call. We get the 3 of spades. He checks. This size is, the pot's 12. He bets about, I guess the closest thing is going to be the 7.3. But we want to get more like stack to pot ratio where he's only left with 9. So that's going to be the 12.
I guess solver likes that. I thought it should either be just like a small bet or check or like just big bet. Why go that big and leave? Because if he were to raise, or you're just
Yeah.
kind of stuck. You got to call with 10-9 of diamonds, don't you?
Yeah. Now you got to call with 10-9 of diamonds against this. Yeah, absolutely. And the guy calls, and the river, he just goes, fuck it. And gets the fold. And we're going to call this on the river. This is a bluff.
That's value. He got it straight.
Oh, I'm sorry. He got the straight. Yes. He got the straight. Straight. There we go. Straight. And he was short stacked. So size doesn't matter.
She said.
Okay.
Go back to the turn.
Yep.
So the Peak said they kind of like this B60, B75 size with leaving him.
Peak likes the 7 point, Peak doesn't like, Peak likes the 7.3, not the 12. I gave him the 12.
Oh, okay, so it is a
7.3.
little smaller in reference size, in relation to the size that was in the pot.
Yeah, the overall pot, stacked pot ratio is lower here.
The stack to pot ratio is lower in this solver than this sim than it was on the table.
Yes, because the opening because the table opening was to 3, I think, or 2.5.
Right.
Okay.
But so go back to the table. So he goes, leaving,
Initial opening was 3.
yeah. But on the turn, he bets he's
So we're
66,
yeah. So we're
leaving
we're an
him.
SPR of 1.3 right now. And they're at an SPR of 2.
Yeah. Okay. So that makes a little more. I think. Does anybody see what I'm getting at? Am I wrong? Like, is this size okay on down the table here? The one that actually happened?
It's
Do we?
weird
I
because
don't
he's got
like
a
it.
phone
I'm just
check.
trying to figure out why I don't like it. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm with you. If you're gonna call off, if you're gonna be putting yourself in a position where if he jams, you're gonna call off, you might as well jam. Especially with this hand. That would be happy to see a fold.
Okay.
Mike, the next hand is your, anything else you want to do on that hand before we go on?
Not me. No.
Next hand is yours, Mike.
Alrighty.
And I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
Oh, we're gonna get another hero donk.
Oh, God, no.
So yeah, so queen's open, 5-7 suited, easy defend to the min. And what happened here? So what was the flop? So you check. He goes small. Okay, yep, good. Probably is good. And then you call. Yeah, okay. Probably. Yeah, that should be defend on the flop. Then you check, and then he goes B50, and you're 5-7 of diamonds. Uh, yeah, I don't know if we should defend the turn here. Well, you do have the gutter. It's kind of a crappy one. I would probably just fold here, but because I mean, even when we hit our, I don't know if we're loving it, but I would probably indifferent, and then considering they're probably not overdoing the bluffs on this, it's probably a good
Stick
fold.
for the hero
Yeah.
one time.
Yeah, this would not be a bad fold, that's for sure.
We defend, and then oh, there's that board pair that you love. You love it, and we
I
know you're
love
going
it.
to donk. Let's see. Let's we can predict the size you use here.
Let's at least make it a decent bluff.
So you
Well, let's talk
still
also about the size we should use.
you still have some showdown here. Like it's not necessary to always bet to win. So there's some equity in checking.
Yeah,
And then Larry, you were saying?
Yeah, let's talk about the size. If we choose to turn this into a bluff, we should use. My thought is 2x pot. Claiming the 8-7, repping the Jack 8 or the 8-7.
Yeah, I think if you're going to donk here, which this may not be a bad donk. I don't think this is a good one with this hand, but I could see us getting here and donking. And I think you're right, Larry. I think if we do, we need to make it big. It's not going to be like a B75 or like a tiny donk. Not with this
no,
hand.
no.
Or is Scotty
This
gonna
hand, yep,
block that?
this hand gets no value from from bluffing small because I beat the hands that fold
Hmm.
to a small bluff. Now, do we do the donk small to say you cannot bet your pocket aces hot big? Is that the mistake I make? Yes. I
Yeah.
say you can't bet pocket aces now. You can't raise
And
me.
he'll just call. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't raise me.
Now, if he had gotten to this river and you check, and his queens with the queen of heart is probably going to continue. He might get scared. That eight might scare him,
Mhm.
but he also may just value bet, which is I think he probably should. If I was here with queens at the queen of hearts, I would value bet. I would probably go B75. I'd probably B75, B80.
Mhm.
And then if I get raised, then we consider folding. But so did you save money? Because if he bets B75, are you calling? No, probably not. Right? I'm guessing.
I'm considering, I'm considering it. I think that that eight, that eight makes it less likely that he has an eight, that he continued with it. He can have a jack, you know, where he started with jack 10 or 9 jack and bet the flop. That's where his jacks come from. And he doesn't have a lot of flushes. It's hard to flop a flush. It happens, but it's hard. And I block the straights. So yeah, I would strongly consider calling. So I guess so yeah,
All right. Then if that's the case, then
I'm
yeah, okay.
Hmm.
Then you saved money.
yeah, I
You
might
bought
have,
him.
yeah. Ugh. But again, a block bet, um, to be correct, a block bet also needs to sometimes get called by a worse hand
Mm-hmm. Yep.
to be to
Typically,
be
yep.
profitable. And do I? He's got ace king with the ace of hearts. He gets here. Does he call the 5? Maybe. All right.
How about 5-4? He could probably get here with 5-4. And does he fold?
Probably doesn't bet 5-4 on the turn.
If he's continuing a bluff, I think you could.
Yeah,
Is it worth looking?
sure. If you want to look at it, it's a perfectly
If anybody else does, I don't want to.
sure. Maybe the solver will save me a little bit of embarrassment.
All right. So cut off.
Because we've already determined that I'm playing badly, so maybe the solver will save me. Which is, by the way, the worst way to use the solver. So let's do this the way to use the solver.
Yeah, but I'm curious as to if we ever get to donk on that. Like,
Right.
no, I don't think your hand is going to, but I want to see what we would know, what we should donk.
Sounds good. All right, let's see it.
8-7-4,
8-7-4 of hearts. And we're going to
and
use the 2.5 size, not the 2 size, because you can't solve with the 2 size, right?
right, correct. It'll be 2.5, which 5-7 is fine.
Yeah, we're fine.
His was a small size C bet.
Yep.
Turn was
Turn was turn was just about half pot.
yeah, but what was the card? Jack.
Oh, jack of clubs. Jack of
Clubs.
clubs.
And you said half pot?
Yeah.
Surprisingly, 5-7
That's
donk
it.
on the jack. There's some donking on the turn there, by the way.
Oh,
Interesting. Oh, you want to share? Let me share.
yeah, sure.
Which I think might be some sort of property of the monotone connected board. But here's the turn. Notice there's not an insignificant amount of donking.
Yeah. It's the minority, but it is a surprise, but it's surprising.
And it's all wrapped around like the straights type cards. A lot of that. And then balanced with other crap. All right, check. And he goes, you said half pot. Oh, sorry, never mind. That was the wrong node. Is it the wrong node? No, here's the big blind node. Yeah, that's the donk node.
Yeah.
Okay, then he goes half pot, which is fine with the queens. prefer, yeah, half pot is like kind of the preferred sizing actually.
Mhm.
5-7, here we go. So I said
No folds.
it's pure calling.
All right.
Now that's versus the solver's range. I think they're not double barreling as often, but yeah, this is still, it's still good call.
Yeah. Well, if you want to, I mean, if anybody wants to point out what the hands that they have to bluff here to make this profitable, I'm happy to mute you. So go on.
And what was the river? Eight
The
of,
river was the 8 of clubs.
all right, let's see. And yeah, there's definitely donking. Your hand is not.
Nope.
And it's to a small size when you do it.
Yep. It's the 8s that do it.
8 X's. And then stuff around like blocking straights.
The straight is, no, the 9-10 is a straight.
Oh, it is a straight. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, that was a straight on the turn. The bluff is, the bluff has a king 9. King 9's the bluff.
Well, that's a flush.
Okay, sorry. Then queen jack is the bluff. No, jack is good. What's the bluff?
Yeah, where's the bluffs? Straights,
Three
trips,
five.
top
Three
pairs,
five. Three
king of
five is 3-5.
hearts. When you have the king of hearts.
All right. So
You want a
what's the
heart
weak
blocker.
block that? So all those blocks were strong. So does any 7 block? Let's go to our pairs. No. Full houses. Nothing middling blocks. Pocket 4s, full house. 5-3 is a flush, I assume. Yeah. So go to the little game, go to the types of hands. Okay. And let's just look at pairs.
No pair. No pair does it. Top pair very infrequently.
Okay. Top pair is the jack. We saw that. And the under pair. So any under pair.
Yeah, with the ace, with the blockers.
Yeah. The king jack and the queen jack each have a heart. Is that
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
And top pair without a heart is okay. Top pair, top kicker.
Yeah. And the under pairs, click over on under pair and watch me be completely wrong in every way. So third pair, yeah, click on under pair, third pair, and low pair, just all of those.
Yeah, none of them do it. You
None
can
of them
see
do it.
you can see
Yeah.
it right here without it.
You just don't do it. Okay.
And then when you do it, let's do the small size. Or do you want to do the B50 size? I guess there is no B50 size.
No, we do the small size.
Does he fold? Never folds a jack. Never folds sevens are folding. No.
They were.
Never mind.
Did we have any sevens?
He has one. He's going to raise your sevens. When he has a 7, he's going to raise, which you know they don't.
Yeah.
But every other 7 is a 2 pair or a full house.
Yeah. Yeah. Oof. All right. Up next is
So you got closer, Scotty. I'm proud of you. I'm
Yeah.
proud of you.
thanks. All right. Here we go. All right. That was Mike did that one. So the next one is Andy.
Oh. Ace 10 open.
I will get to that. I just have to move you guys out of the way. There we go. Ace 10 opens. Yep.
Fold, 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 call.
Mhm. This was a block bet, third pair, small me. Okay. Now what? Did I lose you?
Yeah.
Andy.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yep.
Okay, check.
Mhm.
Probably B33. Yeah.
That's what he does.
Call.
Mhm.
Here I might size up. Not huge, but I'd probably go like 66%, 75
Does that.
all.
On a board this dry, do you ever want to bet bigger than this?
Sometimes I don't know. If I have an overpair, I think yes. But with me having a 10, it kind of blocks the
Okay,
10. And I think they're only calling. I mean, a big overbet, you're probably only getting called by a 10.
right. So let's
So
make
I
it.
just don't think um with me having a 10, obviously it reduces the odds that they do. So
Yep.
and then obviously we're playing Scotty, so it's gonna be lead.
Right, and he blocks it, probably. No,
Ooh.
he just goes for it.
Oh. Oh. Oh, and the jams. Oh, it was a broken stack. Oh, I think this is one of those spots where
Yeah.
I'm sick about it, but I have to call. I mean, I got top,
Yep.
and other than, I mean, if he had like 10-7 or, slow played a set all the way down, except, I mean, how often do we see short stacks slow playing a set like that?
Yeah.
I just think
Yeah.
I'm sick about it, but I have to call it.
Yep. And he
Mhm.
does.
I think I would probably fold there.
Yeah, I think, it's important to think about what your thought process here is here. The first question I would ask is, are we looking at an over or under bluff line? I think you're right that we have a good hand, but I also think that we need to classify a bluff catcher as a bluff catcher. It doesn't really matter here too much if you have 10-9 or if you have ace 10, because your hand is now classified as a pure bluff catcher.
Mhm.
And so you're really up against nuts or nothing.
And I would use all the data that we've seen that those river donks, the big ones especially, are usually just value.
I put in an exception with short stacks.
I mean, if he's
we
got, 100 bigs behind, then it changes things a lot. But the fact that he's jamming, to me, it just, because he started the hand on a short stack. I mean, how often do we see the short stacks flop a set and not basically check raise jam the turn? Like, I think a set is getting in before the money's getting in before the river.
But
Yeah,
There's
also,
not many.
this would be a very unusual way to play what would be now be a boat. But
right.
yeah, I mean, well, the bottom line is that results oriented. You would win the hand, and I would lose the hand.
But let's look at our tiny bit of mass data analysis here and look at the
Yeah.
short stack here. Okay, so you see it. Post oak bluff with a short stack nonsense. Bluff a busted straight draw on a backdoor flush river 2.8. Shove. No, that's a shove. That's not a short stack. Straight off a short stack, and now top pair. So short stacks not overwhelming. We don't have overwhelming short stack data, and this goes into our database.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the short stacks definitely
Yeah.
kind of skew something. You're right. They get what's the word? How does Peter Clark describe them? As he describes them as a caged animal.
Desperate.
Yeah, it's the caged animal.
And yeah, and they do spew like this. And that's a good point here.
So
Really going to like, oh, go ahead, Scotty.
in my back when I was playing the lower stakes game and I was winning, my bluff catch included saying they don't bluff here, except if you can see desperation in the line. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
that desperation is always a bluff, but if you look at it, you look at you look at the bet on the river and you go, this is out of nowhere. This looks like does this look like a desperate Hail Mary? If so, it is not under bluffed. And you can consider bluff catching. And so with this hand, if you look at this line, check bet call, check bet call, check bet, check bet call, and now the river comes, all the straights miss, the bottom pair does it, and he goes for max value with a 3. He goes also for maximum fold equity
Yeah.
with his 3. That feels desperate.
And he's doing it into your range, which still contains all the overpairs, all the sets.
Not the 3s, really. You were in the low jack. You don't have 3s, but you have 10s. You have some 7s.
Yep.
Yeah.
10s, 7s.
Yep. Yeah. So that's along with Peter Clark. He says caged animals do this, and my thing was look for what looks desperate. Okay. Next is Dean.
He said he'd be right back in the
Oh, Dean
chat.
said he'd do that. All right.
A
Larry.
few minutes ago.
Okay, gotcha. Larry.
All right, so ace 9, pure open. We got a broken stack. Keep in mind.
Mhm.
Jack 10 does get to defend. Queen 10 is a fold.
Yep.
All right, very interesting situation. here.
Beautiful flop for Jack 10. He's loving life.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Check. Yeah, I think we bet this. This seems like a really common check raise. However, it gets very interesting against a broken stack. I think that generally, I mean, I don't mind running this.
Yep.
But I think generally against a broken stack, I would check raise less because I don't really want to get it in, but I can. I mean, so I'm assuming, I mean, I see I've got 37, but I'm going to assume I have 55% equity here.
Yeah.
Well,
You would
I'm
consider
curious what you guys think.
consider check raise jamming at the stack depth?
I don't think that's out of the question.
I don't think it's out of the question either.
I
In
think
all honesty,
a better play would be like, so if we go 10, right? He calls. That's 29 in his stack. That is a pot of almost, yeah, I think I prefer check raise to 10 or 11, shove turn.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Whether you get there or
regardless
not,
of turn.
just shove the turn.
Yeah,
you
just
shove
shove
on
turn.
every turn that isn't a jack or a 10.
Oh yeah, Jack and 10 would be different.
Yeah.
But I'm curious what you guys think about check raising against a short stack here with this combo.
I agree.
I
Are you
love the
doing
check
it
raise
more, or
against
Are you
it.
doing it less?
I'm with you. I would do it less as well. But I think in this particular spot, I think you're just really set up nicely. Like, I agree though. I think check raising against the short stacks, you do it less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what
You're right.
side?
This is unique because we flopped the world.
Yeah. With this
you
In
should try to
hand,
general,
turn.
I 100% agree. I check raise versus short stacks less because you're probably, I mean, if you have a monster, it's gonna probably get there anyways. But in this spot where I flop the world like this, I just want to get the money in on the flop if I can.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think you can assume you're ahead 90% of the
so Andy,
time.
so when you say that, are you check raise jamming or you just check raise big and then check raise?
Like I said with Larry, I'm probably check raising to like 10 or 11, maybe 12. Like it's maybe even 13. Just a big enough check raise that he almost give him the feeling of like it's all in or fold. And just be ready. Like if he jams, I know I'm calling before I make the check raise.
Right.
The interesting thing about check raise here, and tell me if you guys think I'm wrong, is that if we check raise and let's say it's the 2 of clubs, and then we shove against this particular holding, they're going to call it sometimes, but oftentimes we're going to get a fold.
Yeah. If you check raise jam here, this particular holding is much easier to call than it is if you check raise and then jam the turn and it
Yes,
comes
yes,
flying.
that's the point.
That's
yeah.
nice.
Do you have any fold equity versus a short stack on your check raising?
Well, that's what we're
Yeah.
discussing, and we're
When he's got
discussing it
nothing.
mostly on turn.
When he just
When
C
he's-
bets, you got a lot against just his silly C bet.
When we check raise and he just flats the check raise, like Larry said, I agree 100%. Almost any turn card is a jam.
Yeah,
Because at that point we know he's not that strong. Because when a short, generally from my experience, when a short stack gets check raised, if they have just about anything like top pair or better, it's going in, right?
Going in, yeah, it's all going in. It's all going in.
So when if they only flat my check raise, I know they're not that strong. Any turn we jam it. Especially in the lower stakes, what do most people associate check raises with? Sets and two pair.
big value. Yeah,
So obviously they're gonna start thinking like, oh, he's got a king. So and now it's one card to come versus two. I like the line of check raise jam turn. But I know when I make that check raise, like before I make the decision to check raise, I'm gonna know already that okay, if I'm check raising this spot and he jams it, I'm calling.
Oh,
If
there's no
I'm not
question of
ready to
calling,
make
yeah.
the call on the jam on the flop, then I'm not check raising.
Agreed.
Right.
You have to, if you make this, you're always calling up.
And
Um,
I look at that and say, since I know I'm going to call it, I consider very strongly check raise jamming it. Since I'm going to call the jam, might as well make the jam and max the fold equity. That's one of I don't know that that's right, but I do know that that's what I would be thinking.
I can see that. So this guy calls, right?
He just calls.
Finish your turn. Check, and then if I were throwing 350, I would check back to realize my equity on the repeat queen.
Yep, but we know he doesn't. We know he bets in this line. Bets small.
And he bets small, and so we've already decided to play this as a draw, so I don't think we check raise here on this repeat queen. We call, and let's see if he interesting life choice.
There's your bluff.
There's the ball.
God, that sizing is awful.
Yeah, sizing doesn't really say much.
It's
Well, we can argue the sizing does hold out.
he's got to get an
appropriate
ace to
range,
fold.
but-
He's got to get he's got to be betting enough to get an ace to fold, because if an ace doesn't fold, he chops.
Doesn't an ace win with king, queen, 3, ace kicker?
Mhm.
Right. So he's got to get an ace to fold.
Oh, I see your point.
His size has got to get an ace to fold. He's never getting a queen to fold. And is he going to try to get a king to fold? If he says, I'm not trying to get a
Sizing.
king to fold. Yeah, he's got to think of for his bluff for his bet to make sense. He's got to say, I want to bet enough to get somebody off a chop of a hand that I already had beat, or my hand, a jack 10. I want to get somebody else with jack 10. Do you think that that's what they have where they bet twice? Kind of hard to do that.
So I think generally, what's your guys' guess? I don't think he's gonna fold. I think he's gonna take his ace to the showdown here.
Nope. It worked.
So you're right. This is an unusual size for what he's repping, but you can argue, what is he trying to fold? And I think Scotty's argument is that this is an attempt to fold out an ace X.
Yeah.
Is that right?
What is it,
And
Judy?
so then, it depends on what. I mean, Hungry Horse is never using this because if they're bluffing here, they're trying to fold. I don't know if they take this line, frankly, but they're going to try to fold out the entire range. But the entire range except for the folds.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is an unusual line. And it works. Bluff,
You
bluff
get a king.
territory.
Can you get a king to fold when the guy has 34 behind? I don't think so.
No, you can't.
All right. So if you
You are
can't get a king to
targeting,
fold,
you're targeting air. And that air is not, air is certainly part of his range, but I don't know if it's enough of his range for this to be profitable.
yeah. But that would be the thought is if you say, can I get a king to fold? If the answer is no, and you still want to get that win the hand, then you're targeting aces. And you're targeting hands that would bluff you off the pot because you're not calling.
Yeah, I think there's a
So this
meme,
size
a
is
heuristic that we don't get ace X to fold here often.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's true.
21.
21 is the
So
size.
yeah, that's what I was saying. They want me to have. They don't actually want me to get asked. This is what I'm trying to get across.
What is your RTM?
For a P-up?
It should have been what the hell was created at certain snap.
Yeah, it's let's see.
Adrian, are you talking to us or are you talking to someone else? I think you're talking to
Oh,
someone
I'm
else.
sorry. I didn't know I was on mute.
Okay, I muted you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so in his shoes, my size is 21 here. What about you guys?
So you're claiming you've got the ass end of a boat. And I think the ass end of the boat is all in.
Okay.
I mean, of course, Hungry Horse said we don't have to size our bluffs, it seems our value, but he would take a bluff. If he were gonna bluff, he would bluff pot. I'm sorry, bluff as a shove.
I don't know that he would bluff shove here.
I don't think
That's
he
what
would.
I'm saying.
I don't think he
You
would on this
bluff-
run.
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I have not seen any donk. I mean, from the hours of the gentleman that you played with playing,
Mhm.
I've not seen him take one donk bluff shove or donk bluff bet.
Yeah,
And by
there's
the
a lot
way,
of-
did you watch the last one he's in? I wonder if one of them is one of your sessions because he's playing in LA now. I think he did his last one. He was playing in LA, so it's probably your session.
I watched, no, I played him at Lucky Chances and I watched the Lucky Chances ones and never saw the session we did.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it made it. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm thinking the horse does some check raising on the flop or maybe on the turn when that queen comes.
Yeah, I think the exploitative line is
Yeah, we believably have the queen.
the exploitable. Yeah,
The
I
problem,
like a check raise on flop here at shove turn if I'm going
Yeah.
to place this next one.
the problem with with getting an ace to fold here is we look at the aces that he gets here with. So yeah, he can have ace X of hearts and ace X of diamonds, and we hold two of the X of diamonds. And for his straight draws that continue, we hold a jack and a 10. So we block an awful lot of the ace that wants to do this. That's a problem. Not all of it,
Yeah.
but that is a problem with that target. All right. Up next is, who did that one? Do we know? Does anybody remember?
Me.
Okay, it was
Larry.
you. Then the
Yeah.
next one is me. All right. Let's go with King 8 open. Let's go with 9-5 suited folding. That's not a good defend. And he defends it anyway. And against a 3 big blind bet, it's even worse, just to show it to you so you have the picture in mind. Here we go. Against our usual 2.5, this is the button. And the 9-5 is, not good, but not terrible. But now look when he goes 3, just to remind us. Look at that region. Now it's terrible. So he calls. Same thing. Flush draw over bigger, flush draw over flush draw.
Cooler time, I think.
He checks. I think that this guy can bet, and I think he can bet big on this board. This is a good board for him to bet 4 on, and he chooses to bet half pot. All right. fine. Having gotten here, we're not folding a flush draw now. Call. Okay, we now have a straight draw to go with our flush draw, but ugh. Because the
Are we-
straight is in.
Are we too deep to check back?
You mean on the flop or now?
Now on turn.
Why would you want to check back now? Nuts.
The nuts.
We have the nuts, and that's why I want to check back. We know that silver sometimes will check back nuts, usually around boats, where they're blocking everything that the villain can call. I
Villain
think you're
can-
right. I'm just
villain has
asking the
aces.
question rhetorically, and I think you guys have given a clear answer. Here, we're not blocking anything he can continue with. I'm not blocking an ace X, not blocking queen 10. So I think you're right. I think we continue with that.
Plus, I want to add one other piece of information. We are free roll. We don't just have the nuts. We have the nuts and a free roll.
We have an
Roll to
awesome
the
hand.
super nuts.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We have an awesome hand.
yeah. I mean, we're not free rolling against sets, but we are free rolling against all the other straights.
Right.
This is great.
Big bet here.
His 3% is a chop.
There we go. And we get the call. And the river is a bluff. There you go. 75% bluff. Bluff.
Now, what
75%.
sizing do we use?
And we just go all
Yeah,
in.
4 to a straight, we just go all in.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason not to go all in is because of the extra rake that we lose because we're chopping this all the time. We're just chopping.
Right. We chop this a lot. I would
always
though.
Yeah. What
Do
about?
we ever consider like raising to
Yeah.
maybe 45 bigs and in hopes that if he is bluffing, maybe he tries to jam it as like a rebluff.
Yeah. Or get called by a 2-pair where he might
Yeah.
not. Where he might
The
fold.
2-pair might fold to a jam. Yeah, that makes sense. He just calls. He just says, we're chopping. I don't care. I don't need to, he says, I don't need to pay 50 cents more in rake. Okay, bluff 75% on with flush draw on the flop at a 4-line turn. Once again, that's 75%. I'll put those at the end.
In a highly raked game like this, are you guys ever going to call? Or are you guys not going to?
I would bother with the 42.
Yeah, I think I raised.
Mhm.
Yeah. And in a drop game, always raise. Just there's no reason not to ever.
Yeah. Same
That's not
PV game.
true. That is not true with full houses. Because some full houses lose to quads. So if you don't have the full house, when somebody is showing that kind of strength, don't assume that you're good. And certainly
Agreed.
don't 3-bet them. Never 3-bet them. You know, never 3-bet them going, oh, we're chopping anyway. We each have a queen on queen, queen, 10, 10. I have a queen. It's like, no, you have to have queen 10 to do that.
That's a very good point. Yes.
Yeah. And I got to see that the other day.
Did someone value on himself? The guy quad 10?
Yeah, guy had quad 10s.
That is a very good point.
Yeah.
The singleton queen there is not good enough.
Nope. I mean, it's certainly good enough to bet, and it might be good enough to raise. It is never good enough to 3-bet.
Oh, 3-bet is in bet, raise, shove.
Yeah. Right.
I got it. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah, just like, oh, we're splitting. I'll shove just in case you only have a 10. It's like, I'm folding only a 10.
Got it.
All right.
Yeah, I think you have a very good point.
Yeah, but this is not that case. All right. Up next is Dizzy. If you would like, Dizzy, if you would like to turn on your mic, I'll show you what we're going to do because the next person up that was me, I think. Yeah. So Mike, you go and then Dizzy will go next and you'll see. This is what we do, Dizzy.
Okay. All right, 10 jack suited can raise from the low jack. It's not pure, but it's up there. Let's see if he does. All right, then it should fold around all the way around.
Yep.
But we know the big blind is going to call because they can't fold an ace.
Yes.
Can I
And
interrupt
by
with a
the
quick
way,
question here, just out of curiosity? So if we got the 10 jack suited and we're at a call happy table and we are UTG, does our 10 jack suited as an RFI become more valuable or less valuable? Let's say there's a high likelihood we're going to get 2 or 3 flats behind. Do we now
Okay. Still
overfold
have
jack
10
10
suited.
suited?
You
Say it again,
still,
sorry.
you still raise it.
Okay.
Because at a call happy table, Jack 10, it's not just that Jack 10 suited performs well multi-way. I mean, that's nice, but you're gonna get called by stuff worse than Jack 10 suited, or else how else do they get call happy?
Okay.
Yeah.
My thought
Jack 10 suited-
is it's very hard to play post. It's applied high to hands, and we're playing out of position with 2 players.
Yeah, but remember when it's really easy to play post when you're multi-way.
You're playing bingo.
Continue. Don't
Yeah,
make a
you-
hand full.
Yeah, you just play face up. You just go, okay, ABC.
All right, I got you. I think you got a good
Yeah.
point.
It's hard to win without the best hand, but you only need to win slightly more than a third of the time when it's 3 and blah, blah, blah. But Jack 10 suited is a pure open in the 2.5 and in the 3, Jack 10 suited is a partial open. There you go. And this guy's sizing is a 3. So yep, he's a partial open.
I
This
think
ace
you're.
nine
I
is-
think you're onto something, though, Larry. I think the EV of 10 jack suited in early position like that goes down when you're going to get multi-way more often than not.
Yes. But does it go down enough to fold it?
Yeah.
And we're assuming you're opening 2.5. If you're opening 3, the answer is yes. You can fold it.
I mean, look at the EV at 2.5. It's probably pretty close to break even, right?
Let's see.
Maybe just a little, maybe a 0.0, was it 0.03?
3 big blinds per 100.
So
That's
when
the
you go
10s. Put on jack.
multi-way, does that swing it down or does it swing it up?
It's a good hand multi-way.
Yeah, it's a good value. I mean, it's an applied on hands that make straights and flushes. It is, in that sense, it is good hand multi-way.
And every straight it makes is the nuts.
That's a valid point as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Is probably my favorite. Suited is probably my favorite hand to take multi-way. And I honestly multi-way with I don't care about position because I'm gonna play so face up. I'm either gonna make a hand and turn my cards up and say try to outdraw me, or I'm not gonna make a hand and I'm getting out of it.
Yep.
Is my thoughts and feelings on this specific hand.
Ace 9 should not be a defend here, but they do.
Nope. What they do.
Okay, so Ace 9 is going to be check range. We could check back here at some frequency. I will typically default to more of a C-bet strategy when I hit this top pair here. So I would bet, and I would bet B a 33, maybe B 50 if depending on villain, which we have no information on.
He goes 50.
It goes B 50. Ace 9 should fold.
I think
Such a good.
C-bet here would kind of depend on if we're playing in poker coaching world or Hungry Horse world, though, doesn't it?
Hungry Host is 100% C-bet in this situation, no matter what the
Yes,
board.
whereas
not
poker
board, no matter
coaching
what your
likes
hand is.
to. Poker coaching likes to sometimes, especially like top pair with a weaker kicker, likes to check it back and kind of strengthen the top of our checking range.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
Yep.
also, poker coaching, this could be we could bet this larger in size. We have a top.
If we
have a
were going to
vulnerable
bet,
top
we would
pair.
size up.
Yeah. On this board.
Like
Rainbow-
a B66, B75.
Yeah.
Mhm.
B66.
Yeah, versus an unknown here. And again, I wouldn't know his cards, obviously. Versus an unknown and versus the fishier side of the pool, if we've got info that they're on the fishier side, I would default to more C betting. Whereas if it was a reg, somebody I considered to be pretty good, I would definitely consider checking back way more often.
Mm-hmm. And I would go so far as to say that if you are betting 33, then you bet the 10 jack and you maybe check the 9 jack and below your suited, jack 9 suited, which you don't have here. You don't have that here. So this is your worst jack suited jack and your worst offsuit jack. So yeah, with this being your worst jack, this could be the check behind jack. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
And
personally I
66.
like strengthening the top of my checking range here. Especially I mean it's a very dry, it is a dynamic board, but it's very dry.
Yeah.
So we don't have a ton to worry about other than overcards, which if an overcard peels, they're gonna kind of expose, they're gonna range themselves anyways. When an
Yep.
overcard peels, if we check back.
So we do that. This is going to be a pure bluff when he does this.
So, I mean, okay. If I'm ace 9 here and I accidentally clicked call,
Mhm.
no, I guess I wouldn't do it with ace 9. But if I had some weird hand, I might donk this card, but they don't.
It's
Um,
donkable.
so now 10 jack here with when the 4 hits. I am just checking back at this point. I
A
don't
really
think I'm
good.
gonna see continue with this hand. I mean, I
I would-
can. I think we can definitely make an argument for a second barrel here, but I'm gonna check it back against a
So,
big known on this card.
so here's a way of thinking about it. Is this hand worth 2 streets or 3 streets of betting?
2.
2, right? So if you bet the flop, you check the turn. If you check the flop, you bet the turn.
Mm-hmm. And if I barrel the turn, then probably going to be checking back rivers.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So you don't go the third street here without hitting another jack or a 10. But he does the bet.
Okay.
This is
Personal
Fine.
experience, I find a lot of my 2 street hands, I get way better value by bet flop, check turn, bet river.
absolutely.
Always just seems like a last ditch effort. Like, oh crap, they didn't bet. Now I'm going to try and steal this pot. Where my thin value is good. Where like bet flop, bet turn is just such a stronger line in so many people's eyes.
Yep.
Yeah. And also, this is one of Hungry Horse's favorite lines that he talks about is in position with this kind of holding. He checks back turn, knowing that he's going to get lots of stabs, lots of bluffs from out of position on river, and he can easily bluff catch.
Yeah.
And
I believe. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, and that's one of the other reasons I really like checking back the turn here, because again, I mean the board got a little bit wetter, but I mean, what realistic, club do they have, right? Like maybe he calls a 6 of clubs. That I mean, it's not very likely they picked up a club draw. So I like checking back here just because for the 100, you will get a lot of stabs on the turn on the river.
Yes.
Yeah.
Queen 10 of clubs
Yeah,
in his hand
yeah,
easily.
there's a lot of backdoor overcard type club hands,
can have a lot
dozen
of them.
hands, heart
Yeah.
hands. Because they're defending against early low jack range here, so they're not going to be raising ace 10, and they're not even going to be raising ace jack. Ace queen calls a lot versus a low jack, like it doesn't raise.
Yeah.
Like so, there's definitely backdoor diamonds, clubs, and hearts when you're blocking some of the heart stuff, but there's definitely it's there for sure.
Yeah. But with all that said, the more professional line is not bet, bet, check. It is bet, check, bet, and bet, check, call.
Yes, good point.
And you sit here and you go, but I'm giving a free card to clubs. And you go, yes, you are. And I'm giving a free card to a 6. Yes, you are. And what if a queen or a king or an ace comes? Yes, they can. But in no limit where people bluff catching is of real value.
Let's go even farther with this. And
Okay.
this goes back to my previous discussion about checking back nuts. Are you ever checking back here with turn boat with Jack Jack?
No. I love the club there because there I want to play for I would like to play for stacks, and I want to
The
give
only way to do that's to lower the SPR. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah.
Yeah,
And he
and it
has some
would take a
fours.
special opponent to do that too. It'd take somebody that we consider to be aggressive. They'd have to have an aggressive
I mean,
characteristic.
no solver does make that play here on occasion. It's going to
Mhm.
mix.
Yeah,
We can
because
look at
they're
it. I'd be
like,
curious to look at it.
yeah, solver will definitely check back some really strong hands because they know that the solver opponent they're playing against is going to aggress on a lot of stuff that a normal pool would not.
Yeah, that's a good point. He's just going to get more bluffs when we get to river.
Okay. So
And
he bets.
I see your point that it's not it's not the most profitable line to take an exploit check back with top of range here.
Yeah. And then continue with your ace jack here.
Yeah.
Continue betting with ace jack. Probably continue betting with king jack. Check back here with the 10 jack and maybe the queen jack right around there. You know, divide them in half. Get half of them go. Okay. Pure bluff.
Hmm.
Okay.
Fold
This is-
here.
Yeah, so this
Uh,
is here we are again. It's like, I mean, the ace 10 hand we saw earlier, it's better because it's top pair, top kicker. This one, now we have kicker problems. And a hand that gets here is certainly a queen jack type hand, or an ace queen with back doors, or king queen with back doors. That there's a lot of hands that all of a sudden just got here. But would they just flat out come out and donk like this? I don't know. This would be a hard one for me.
Yeah, it would be. So what would be your thought process, Mike? Let's it's very curious for me to hear how you guys think in this situation, what your thought process is down the line. All right, maybe you don't.
Yeah, no, it's exactly what we do here. Like if I'm sitting here in game and there's three other tables going off too, I'm like, okay, is this over bluffed? Is this under bluffed? I'm looking at this board and thinking that it's probably under bluffed because of the paired nature of it.
mhm.
I
Yeah.
think they're going to have more stuff of value now. I don't know, the big blind with a four. I don't know that, and then we know that river donks are normally kind of value heavy as opposed to bluff heavy. I mean, there are exceptions. We've seen it, but it does seem to me like it tends towards value, and so I'm like,
How do you integrate pot odds into this thought process?
well, what is this? B60 ish.
Yeah,
55.
you're around 25%. We'll call it a B50.
Yeah,
It's
and this
bigger,
is.
but
I'll also look at the opponent and I'll look at the stats. In this case, he's an unknown, so I'm not going to apply any sort of. He's a reg. He's good. He's a fish. This could be, he could be here with any two cards, which this guy happens to be here with like a terrible range. We don't know that though.
Mhm.
So I would probably overfold in this spot right here.
I think that I think I would fold a lot. I would also think about my pot odds here. I mean, obviously, one person described pot odds as a way to lose a lot of money making crazy hero calls, but pot odds are interesting. I would think about what is my side card telling me? It's not telling me much.
Yeah, remember we got here by going bet bet.
Right.
Yeah, and that's a good
Look at
point.
how easy.
I think probably this is.
Look at how
I'd be
easy
very,
this
very
line is,
indifferent.
though.
Yeah.
If we checked the turn, look at how easy this would
Oh, yeah.
be to go.
Just
Check the
snap call.
turn, bets the river, and just call.
Yep, it would be a snap call.
That's a very good point, Scotty. It's another argument for the bet check line here.
Yeah. So
I still think about, because we went bet, like what does villain get here with? Villain has queen jack, maybe still has some 6x. Like I think the turn bet folds out a lot of the king queen ace, the ace high, the king high, to where they don't have many overcards left. So we're either I'm thinking I'm either up against queen jack, a jack nine, or maybe still some 6x, and every once in a while 4x, but that's less likely because the players that are floating with bottom pair are going to tend to check raise the turn more when they get those trips.
yep.
So I think with the sizing, I personally, I have to overcall. I call more than, I mean, maybe that's why my win rate's not where it should be, at least in my opinion, but I feel like I call this a lot.
Let me put one more thing out on the fold side. We do not beat any jacks. We do not
We
beat
chop.
jack.
Would chop
We
'em.
chop. We chop.
We chop with worse jacks. That's right.
We chop. Yep,
That's a
exactly.
very important point.
And this guy folds. All right. There was your bluff. Dizzy. So that's kind of what we do. If you want to turn on your mic and do that, this is your hand.
Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you. I said dizzy. It's Dilsey. Dilsey.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'd open this. I think, yeah, like ace four,
Open the
ace three
A7?
suited plus.
Good.
I open.
Good.
Oh, so am I doing each hand?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, folds around and then call 6-5 suited.
Good. I like that.
You want to call the 7 deuce off?
No.
Way too
I was thinking
tight.
about it.
Right.
Yeah, then just check. Yeah, checking range in the big blind.
Mhm.
And then yeah, tempted just to see bet range small under the gun, like 33%. But
Right. And would you, and just one thing I want to point out here, that's a fine choice. This particular board, is when we bet, is this board bet large? Do we bet this board 66% to any significant amount, or is it all 33%?
yeah, in theory, I reckon it's like a larger size.
Yeah, I
Could
think
even-
so too.
Could even
Um,
overbet this
Betting
board.
in, Scotty.
What?
Whose world are we betting in?
We're betting in Solver World, in
I
GTO
don't think
Wizard.
so. I don't think when we're in low
That's what I
jack,
want-
it's not gonna, the bet sizing's not gonna really be all that big.
Okay,
I
that's
think
what I
on a
just wanted to
double
check. I
Broadway
wanted to
dynamic,
check
it'll
whether,
be like,
whether a
yeah,
king, queen board does that.
75% or overbet, but
Okay.
I may be wrong.
So we're gonna bet small. And Mike, would you just take a look at just the flop and just see what kind of sizing our range gets to go, low jack versus big blind? Because I want
On
to know
it.
it. Thank you. All right, here we go. He bets big, so he goes with my way. So what do you want to do with 6-5 suited here?
Just call with this one. Yeah, I'd
Sounds good.
probably, yeah, I'd need like jack nine suited or something like that to raise, I think.
Gotcha.
Jack
And if
nine
he had
heart.
bet small, if he had bet 2, would you be thinking about check raising?
Probably not, because I think they just range betting. I think it's, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I just call.
Wait,
enough.
if they're range betting, don't you want to check raise? Because they have a lot of stuff they have to fold, and you went with 6 high.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I just don't think I have any raises on this board. I wouldn't raise with this hand, but it's
Okay.
probably a hand that could.
So that'll be the other thing we'll look at is, so Mike, we're gonna run this one all the way to, we're gonna see against the small bet whether 6-5 suited check raises. And against the big bet, we think it doesn't. All right, here we go. He calls.
I'm running it right now as we speak.
Good. Oh, okay, great. We'll look at whoever gets it up first when it's done. All right.
Then just range check the big blind again.
Yep.
Can probably overbet this with a 7 of spades.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would overbet in game.
What size when you overbet?
Like 133%.
Okay.
That's what I
Right.
usually use overbets.
He just does the normal size up 2/3. There we go. 6-5.
I think I'd just call here. I've got a little bit of showdown value.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
don't know about raising this one.
I love that. I think that's the right thing to do.
Ooh. So am I doing what Solver would do, or what I'd do?
You're doing what you think he should do, what you would do. You know, what do you think he should do? If you want to say what do you think Solver does, and then we'll see what he does.
I think dunking's not bad in practice, but I'd just check. I think
Okay.
Solver would check too.
And his size is gonna go, he's gonna go that same 3/4.
66 almost.
Yeah,
He's in hell if he shove.
he is, but this guy's.
I just think our hand is terrible to shove.
Yeah.
The A7.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at, whoever's got this ready first. Take the screen.
I don't know. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Sorry, this is my first time screen.
All right, there
Can
we
you
go.
see it? Is
Great,
it
you're
up?
doing it. Perfect, yep.
You can see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Oh, okay. It's just weird because I can't see what you guys are looking at.
Yep.
So we go back. Do you want to take a look? Where do we want to start?
We want to start on the flop.
On the flop? Okay,
Yeah.
obviously on peak, there is
Yep.
no leads.
Good.
Big blind, I went 3.3.
Okay, and let's take a look at what his sizes he does. On the flop, the low jack does. Yeah, he does a fair amount. He does a fair amount of big betting on this board, but it's the minority.
Yeah. It's kind of that 3.3 which is about
Yeah.
66 is the majority.
Right. And then when he
we
bets,
can
let's see what our check raises are.
um,
6-5 likes to do it sometimes. Great.
Yep.
That's what we wanted to
Everything,
see.
all the 6-5s fold except for the hearts are majority call. And then some check raising.
Now give the low jack the bigger bet on the flop.
Pot size?
Yep. And now
So
let's see
the
what happens.
1.4 is the small.
Right.
And then
So
we
now
can look at big blind's response.
Right.
It actually similar. Actually, rate check raises big way more frequently on the small. If we go,
were we on the 3.3 last time? Oh, I didn't realize
the
that.
first one we were on the 3.3.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you. Okay.
So on the 3.3, the big blind's response is a lot more calling.
Yep.
And actually prefers the slightly smaller check raise size when we do check raise.
Right. And on the 1.4, when we check raise, we go for the bigger size. We get the pot to the same.
Yeah, on the 1.4. So when he goes
For the bigger
B33,
size.
we actually prefer the larger size, which the absolute sizing works out to be pretty much the same.
Yeah, cool. We want to when we check raise, we want to check raise about 10 big blinds, no matter what he bets.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Then we can look at, okay, so because it was the 2/3 pot, right?
Yeah.
Our call was the 6 of spades.
Yep.
Check. And then he went 7.3. It was what, roughly B66, which is roughly 7.3. Our response with the 5-6 is just a pure call at that point. And I think no matter
I don't think
if he bets small,
same thing.
Our response is still just pure call.
Great. Anybody got any other questions on that one?
Nothing. Just the difference in peak and GTO Wizard, just some slight differences when we got to the flop. Like the biggest sizing from low jack is a B50. There's slivers of B75s, but GTO Wiz doesn't offer a B60. So I bet if you put it in some sizes, they would be a little bit more frequent. But from the low jack, it's B50 is the sort of the largest size you typically would have here. But yeah, otherwise it's pretty much the same. The check raising with the 6-5 suited with the front door was very similar.
Oh, we do want to see something. We want to see the river. We want to see the river strat when we get there.
Who can give me two reasons why this hand makes a really good check? Well, not really good, but a decent check raise. It's always a good candidate on this board.
Because it is a flush draw, it is a backdoor straight draw, it has no showdown value, and
yeah,
and
it's a flop that our opponents should be just straight up range betting.
Bingo.
Yeah. 6 high with no showdown value. It's one of your 4 flush draws, and you wrapping with the 4.
Yep.
And yeah,
that 4 is nice because when you get that backdoor, that's out of nowhere. The river, we wanted to see the river strat. So Mike or not Dean.
Andy.
Mike or Andy, yeah. Grab the screen.
You still have it, Andy?
Okay.
I have it if you.
Whoever grabs the screen first. Andy's got it.
So obviously peak, there's never any lead. I wish there was some leads in peak, which maybe
Ah, yeah.
we can get there. So the big blind never has any leads. So
Right.
we'll say they check. You know, our response here, the spades is just
Yeah.
almost it's that ace-7 is almost just a pure check back.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, the diamonds and clubs like to bet because they unblock everything.
Yeah. We can be on the nothing. So let's take a look, Mike. Just tell us, are there any donks on the river?
Well, I needed to know the action beyond the turn.
Okay, turn goes, I will give it to you. The turn bet size, it goes check, and the turn bet is 4 into 6, turn bet size is 10 into 14. So 2/3.
All right, so I'm going to give him B75.
Yep.
Here, I can stop the share so that if Mike wants to, because do you have wizard, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah, that way screen's yours.
And then river was?
Four
We-
hearts.
4 parts.
All right, so let's see if wizard does some donking. They do a little bit, not much.
Mhm. And the donk size is small.
Oddly enough, so what's the 6-5 does have some donking, their exact hand.
Mhm.
What's that looking? It's
Just a little
still
bit.
even 5-6 of hearts is mostly checking.
Yeah. The big donk is king 6, and that is the king 6 of diamonds and
Clubs and
clubs.
diamonds.
It's 2 pair.
Unblocks everything.
Yeah.
That's the B10 sizing, the little itty bitty.
Right. And now before you do it now, do actual range height. So let's see when do we get here with king 6? If we never get here, then we don't have to understand it. Not normalized, actual size. Give it actual height. Range height. Okay, yeah. Yeah. So
we
king
actually
6
get
is,
there with king 6 quite a bit.
yeah, so king 6 is okay. Okay, great. A little bit of king 6. And the bluff is jack 10. You get here with your bluff, and the jack 10 makes total sense also. You call the jack 10, and whether it gets here or not, you bet it. Okay. I like it. All right. Nick, the next hand is yours, and it is this hand here. It is this.
Fold the ace 9-0. I think it's
And there
probably
is there's some opening of the ace 9-0, but he doesn't take it.
yeah, I was gonna say it's probably ace 10-0, but I'll probably expand here. And the pocket eights, easy RFI.
Yep. Just to show you on the 2.5, it's not even, the ace 9 is not even an expansion.
Oh,
Totally
okay,
legit.
okay.
And on the 3, it's an expansion.
Gotcha.
All right, there we go. He doesn't take it though. 8s are open.
King 5 suited, I'm probably gonna 3-bet here. Again, it's I don't know, maybe king 7 is the floor.
Let's see.
Um,
Against the 3,
Yeah,
it does,
give a
against
cutoff
the
open.
3, the solver doesn't, oh, sorry. No, cut off open. No, we're on button opened. Button open dates. So the small
sorry.
blind doesn't love it in
yeah, king 9. Okay.
this world, but in the 2.5, it does it with a little bit of the king 6, the He-Man. Okay, I don't do it.
God, this deep. 250 deep. I mean,
Yeah.
I lean towards call. I don't hate 3-bet. I think call's the better play though.
Yeah.
Range check. Villain should bet small, like B25, B30.
It does.
And this is probably just a call. It's one of our strongest ace-X flush draws, so it's nice to have flushes in our call range. So I'd check raise like ace 2 of clubs, ace 3 of clubs, ace 4 of clubs. Probably call with my best ones. So I'm gonna call this.
What about ace king of clubs? Oh, you don't have it. You've
I don't have it.
3-bet it. Yeah. Okay, good.
Just check range. Eight should check. I forget I'm playing for the villain. I'm playing like ace nine of clubs. Yeah, just
Yeah.
check with yeah.
Yep,
Check
I
with
like
ace.
it. Yeah,
don't
this
like
size,
it.
don't like it either.
Easy raise. Go like 20. God, we're so deep. 24-ish. 20 to 24.
He calls, and we don't think that he's being careful against the queen. We think he's slow playing.
I don't like to
Which
slow
is
play out of position. I'm
a
too
silly
aggressive.
goose move this deep, but
Yeah,
it is
I don't,
micros.
I don't like it either because it's so easy for this guy to check behind now on the river.
Yeah, and you can't get money in out of position by check calling. You have to
Yeah.
you have to raise.
Yeah, now this dunk makes sense.
But now he has to, now he goes, now he's always getting checked behind, right?
Yeah, and
Yep.
I mean, I'm checking here. If I somehow wind up here, I'm gonna check and let him bluff if he wants to. But yeah,
But I understand why he does this.
Silly sizing.
villain butchered this hand.
He
Can we
bets
see
what
if and this guy, God, this is why'd he bet the turn? I'm folding. It's what does he call the turn with that we're beating at this point? And then he's gonna versus the Donkley, you could just overfold here. So I'm folding.
And he did basically, this is about 60%, about 55% ish. Okay.
Is ace nine of clubs ever a 3-bet pre-flop this deep?
I don't have the 200s. Oh, wait,
Okay.
we do it on peak. I'll do the peak 200.
Oh, because that's gonna change our like, yeah.
Very, very villain dependent.
Yeah.
If it's somebody I see that's just, raising 60% plus from the big, then I'm 100% 3-betting ace nine suited there. Versus a villain who's a little tighter. I don't think I'm ever folding it there, but there's definitely some spots I'm 3-betting it.
There's
If the small blind makes the mistake of flatting, I'm squeezing it probably
Right.
fairly frequently.
Yeah, so kind of what I expected here.
Yeah. And this is really, really common that depending on their position and things, how far down this goes, whether this goes to the 10 or the jack, but then these are all called and these are the bluffs. That's just super common that you're 6
Right.
through 10. 6 through 10, 6 through jack, 6 through 9 are all the calls.
Does it change if small blind calls at all? Or is
Oh,
it
yeah.
still?
Yeah, a lot.
Oh yeah. See now, like I said, we're squeezing it a lot more. Wow,
Yeah.
I was right on something.
Yep,
There's
you're
first
totally
time for everything.
nailed it.
Is small blind supposed to have a calling range versus the button open?
This is
200 deep, absolutely.
Oh,
right,
true,
and
true,
this is
true,
also
true.
no rake. This is a no rake sim.
And no rake, you're gonna have a lot more calls too. So
And one of the nice things about the peak is that even when we look at the 100 range, the fact that there are all these calls available means you can run hands the way they actually played out. Because as you and I know, this happens all the fucking time.
Right.
right.
This,
I mean,
there's a call here a bunch.
it's not going to be exactly an accurate solve because it's going to be different because there is rake in reality, which is a significant part of cash games, which is why you 3-bet, 4-bet and stuff pre-flop more because you just there's no rake taken from the pot.
But
And-
I mean, if you ask yourself, especially in lower stakes, how many of your opponents, when they're calculating pots and figuring out if they could even tell you how much is in the pot at any given time, how many of them during those calculations are actually removing the rake? So many people just don't rake is, at least in my experience in the smaller stakes live, not online because you can see it right in your face, but live. So many players don't even consider, it's not even rake isn't even a thought in their process.
Yep.
So you
And
really,
also-
that's like Scotty said, I really like the peak 8 max no rake for running live solutions.
And while it gives us, while it's, the answer is also incorrect, is also not accurate because this is not their actual calling range. And this, your small blind reaction is predicated on this being their exact calling range. It's the tool we have. So it's the tool we use.
Right.
There's that.
And like I have a cheap like actual solver that I can run custom ranges. It's not the greatest, but it gets the job done.
Yep.
What's your
that
cheap solver that you use?
GTO Plus.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's from the Flopzilla family. So it actually it's made by the same people that make Flopzilla, and it pairs with Flopzilla, so you can share all your ranges. You can actually run your combinatorics from Flopzilla into GTO Plus. Like it's decent for sure.
Nice.
And it's just not the greatest, right? Like it's nowhere near the level of Munker or any of the PO or anything, but I was able to get Flopzilla and GTO Plus solver for $100 lifetime fucking subscription.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So like I said, it's not the greatest, but it's a $75 solver that's on my computer that I can input custom ranges. I can still node lock the way I want to. I can set custom bet sizes. You can do a lot of the things that the other solvers do.
Okay. Let me put that down. That is a good note.
Actually, it'd be interesting to see how we react if we gave people the wide ranges we see live. They're flatting.
Yeah.
And then we can do some node lock. Well, we should talk about it. We're at the end of the session. Talk about it tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, we see really, really wide ranges that we get flattened with. Obviously, it can only be heads up, but my impression is that we end up c-betting a lot more with air. Whereas when the wizard, what we're seeing is a lot of check range when we're playing out of position as RP.
Well,
But I think that changes a lot once we give in position a much wider flatting range.
You're going to be tighter too. You're going to you're not going to play as wide a range.
Pre-flop?
Yeah, because they're just going to call you all the time. You have no full equity. So the fringes of your range are like all the offset stuff just going to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, that king nine offsuit that some of its value comes from from everybody folding, just they don't fold.
So
which
that
also a
was
reason
Andy, right?
to make your RFI size bigger, and thereby get tighter. That was Nick who did that one. And we'll do a couple more and be done. Mike, tomorrow, can you host and run things and do everything?
I won't be able to make it at the start of the session.
Okay. Can anybody else?
I might be able to. I'm just on my phone right now. I think I can.
Okay.
I think I can host.
Okay.
I think I can start it up from my phone.
Okay. Well, I'll start up the Zoom. You'll just it's just well, I can do all the posting things. I can do all that. I just can't make this thing. So I'll open it tomorrow. Just Larry,
And
if
then
I
I'll
don't,
join.
Yeah.
I'll host and then I'll pass it off to Mike when he joins.
Sounds good. And I'll also, I can do all the things of, I can put up the announcements, and I might even be there for the first 20 minutes, depending on what time I have to go set up for the show.
Okay. Do you want me to join early tomorrow?
Yeah, like 5 minutes early.
All right.
Like
I'll
that.
join early and
But if I
that's
don't
fine.
get there, right, but call me if I don't, because what it means is that I got distracted by other work and forgot all
Okay.
about you guys.
All right. I'll
Okay,
plan on
so we'll
joining
do that
early.
tomorrow?
I'll call you if I don't see you.
Great. Sounds
And
good.
Mike, one more thing about tomorrow. Mike, do we want to do some more of these tomorrow, but from your database?
I'd
How would
be
you feel?
open. Sure, I'd be open for anything. Yeah.
I mean, I'm finding these spots fascinating, and we are building a little bit of some MDA. I mean, obviously it's ridiculously tiny, but it is a little bit to work with. So if you're open to that, I'd
Yeah.
like to go over some more of these hands, more of these donk lines.
And the filter that I'm using is, let me put that
You
up
can
here.
export and email it to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you do that, Scotty? Because I stepped away from my computer.
either email it or put it in a
Yeah.
DM on Red.
I'll DM it. I'll DM it to you. Okay. There we go.
After we
And then let's
finish the
do,
stream, I kind of want to bring up an idea, get some thoughts on it. So just remind me after we finish the stream.
sounds good. Let's do 2 more hands here. Let's do one more Dilsey and one more Nick, since you guys got here late. And then we will be done with this part of it. So this one is Dilsey.
Yeah. So open nines. I think fold 9-10.
250
around
big blinds deep
Oh,
against
sorry. I didn't
yeah.
realize.
250 against another
I guess this
250.
is a hand you 3-bet then if we're this deep.
Or yeah,
Yeah, 3-bet to like 8 bigs, I guess.
you can 3-bet him and you can also call it. Just for its value.
I'm
both
guessing
of them.
this is one of the hands you'd throw on your 3-betting range.
Yeah. Yeah, he 3-bet.
And then probably fold pocket fours as well. Yeah, just fold all the way around to nines and then call.
Okay, this was, are we 3-handed? Yeah, we're 6-handed here. So this is low jack raise.
Do you want
high
to change
jack.
it to 200 big?
Oh, I definitely wanted to change it to 200. That was my point. That was why I came to here.
Hijack still has some 3-bets with the 10-9 suited at the 100 bigs.
No, look at that. Look at that. That is a big old 3-bet. Good for him.
Finds it.
Yeah.
Even on 100 bigs, 6 max, the hijack still has 3-bets with 9-10 suited versus a low jack open.
Yeah.
Now this gets interesting with fours, and I know in theory we never have flats here. However, look at the stack depths. All of a sudden this seems somewhat intriguing to flat, which I know is naughty, but this stack
Is this
depth
guy
I'm
capped?
doing,
Is this guy capped or uncapped?
he's uncapped as fuck.
Uncapped as fuck.
So
When you call, do you incentivize him? Do you incentivize him to?
A good player is going to read it and he's going to squeeze a much larger part of his range. Yes.
Yeah, you are. I think that is a huge mistake.
I'm not so sure. You need to give. I mean, it's definitely not kosher, right? It's definitely way off theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
However,
do it,
you
you're
have
doing
to
it with the
give-
premise that that first guy is a total fish.
You got to give UTG a certain level of skill to understand what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And if he calls, you're getting the right odds to set
And
mine.
if you're called, your implied odds are ridiculous.
Yes.
I honestly, I don't
You
hate
also
the
have
fat
reverse,
there.
but that's beside the point.
Yeah, I'm tempted to squeeze, but I'd just struggle to play this hand out of position versus the
Yeah, it's
plus
very
one or
uncomfortable
whatever.
to
I would
squeeze.
not
Yeah,
raise these nines.
I'd
I would
just call.
just call these nines here. I would turn my nines into a set mine now.
Right. Again, I agree with Scotty. I'm looking at nines here. Like, all right, we're super deep multi-way. Let's set mine.
And we are closing the action, unlike this guy, unlike the fours. We
So
are.
we can
closing the
agree
call
though,
from the
guys, that we
fours.
do have, if we are in UTG here, we do now have low jack. If we do have now an expanded squeezing range.
Actually, yeah, you could probably squeeze this. He's got a 13% 3-bet. That's reasonably high.
Yeah.
The
So
10-9
I'm
suited guy.
kind of wanting. I don't know if nines fit in. Nines are going to be extremely uncomfortable to play post. But there is. We should have an expanded squeezing range here with additional dead money and a clearly capped range in big one.
Nines might be, although incorrect against these exact hands, have a very easy time post. Nines might just be set or forget
For a flat or for a squeeze?
for a flat.
I'm talking about squeezing. Like,
Oh,
how do
for
we expand
squeeze.
our squeeze?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How do we expand our squeezing range here? Because we should expand our squeezing range here. We've got dead money again. Dead money on the table. So, and we've got dead money from a capped range at big blind.
I also see that's the thing when you say cap range and big blind. When I'm in this situation and I see a guy do this, I get really worried about what he's doing this with. I don't think he has fours. I go, oh fuck.
I think it's usually a range of like sevens to jacks, and then like hands like ace 10 suited and stuff like that. I wouldn't.
Oh, I hope
that's not.
I always go.
I guess it
I always go
changes when
with
you're
ace
deeper.
king. I go. It's
Ace
ace king
king?
and pocket queens. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
That's when I go, oh shit.
Yeah, well, that feels a little monstrous under the bed, but okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he should be hold
I
for
think
in that.
squeezing is
Sure,
right
but-
versus the 10-9 suited guys 3-bet start. He's obviously more active than an average player.
Yeah.
This is
Um,
seeing all the cards. This is a fun flop.
This is good.
It's just
We
gonna be
should
a
see
fun
some
flop.
action here.
Yep.
yeah, just check to the 10-9 suited guy, and then
Yep.
I guess you want to bet bigger on this board, like 3/4, but yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so it is probably the case that you should consider the multi-way as more important than the board texture. So multi-way defaults to about between 5 and 7 or 8 big blinds as your bet. That's probably more important than what you think of the board texture.
And stack size though was gonna play into that too now.
That's true too.
Yeah,
Stack
this
size
is a very interesting spot. The other thing I think I'm curious if we should consider is how we feel about a check raise. We're always calling a check raise, but is our favorite thing with this combo?
How much do you love, I mean, absolutely love hitting your flush on the turn? Not so much.
No, you don't, especially no. Yeah.
You really, really like it. You don't love it.
Yeah. That's my point here. I
Eric.
kind of, I wonder if multi-way I lean towards a check here because I just so fucking hate a check raise. But that could be a little fucking, that could be nitty.
I'm
Could be nitty here.
I'm betting.
Yeah, betting probably 7 or 8. I'm with Scotty on that one.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
betting
So-
with the intention and folding to a check raise.
Especially, I mean, you see so many the player who's in the big blind who's flatting the 3-bet out of position like that is generally also the player who's donking the flop when they like it. Generally,
Okay.
not always, but
That's good
I
to
mean,
know.
how often do we see that in game when we get out of solver world and we're in game? That player who flats the 3-bet out of position in the blinds, multi-way, and then they like the flop, so they just go ahead and lead it.
So when we bet here with our 9-10, when we bet small, we get called by aces, right? With their overcard and their straight draw, right? Ace jack, ace 10,
Especially with the aces cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially with the ace hard. So we don't expect to win this hand right now.
No.
So he goes half pot.
This would be a
And then
gangster
I
check
guess it
check
just
raise.
goes call.
Oh, I would check raise if I was in those with those fours. That would be a check raise for me for sure.
Of
This
course, you,
stack that
You
though.
got to be overplaying your hand. You're just crushed by thinking value.
the guy who
range.
check raises this is not the guy who calls pre-flop.
Right.
Yeah.
Again, we're different players.
Yeah.
You have to know your villain too, because like if they're never folding over pairs under the 3-better, then you're gonna lose. I mean, that's a big part of his range, right? I mean,
Yeah.
It just depends what you get folds from when you check raise him too. Is he folding ace
So
king?
Joey is folding 9s here right now.
Yes, true.
This is a Joey fold. So Joey had 9s.
I think I would have floated.
Right. Knowing our villain, look at I mean his 3-bet's high and then his C-bet is high. So his high 3-bet, high C-bet, he just doesn't have it so frequently from in the big blind's perspective.
I'm not good enough to fold the 9s here. I'm gonna fold. I'm gonna call and see what happens on turn.
You're gonna fold the 9s
I
on the
don't
turn.
fold the 9s here either. I don't blame you.
There's just no good turns either, except like
No,
a 9.
no.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I like the fold when it goes bet call. You could just be crushed.
I'd check with 4s and then I'd barrel again on the turn with a flush
Now
draw.
now, if you are villain 373, what do you put 376 on right now?
Pairs, like pairs and possibly flush draws.
He's king, queen
If-
type of stuff.
So
if
we
I
know what
used
the
a bigger
origin
sizing, I
range
don't
is
reckon he would have called
often.
as many ace highs. But
So we know what the origin range is often of someone's flooding behind, which is going to be 5-dot hands like this, right? So we know he's got a lot of like, I'll give him fours through tens here, and
Yeah.
then some suited connectors. Against those suited connectors, a lot of them were ahead. Maybe he has queen jack of hearts.
he could
But
still have like
yeah,
ace
I mean
five,
that
ace
my
three, and
answer
ace two
is
suited.
implied on hands around middle pairs that don't squeeze, probably up to tens, maybe up to jacks, probably up to tens. And suited connectors probably from like 5-6 S all the way up to like 10-9 our hand.
I give him a lot of sixes, sevens, eights, nines, tens.
Yeah, I think that's the primary region.
I give him a lot of that and a little bit of fives. And some of those fives check raised already. They're
I
gonna
think
check
pretty
raise.
much every ace high flush draw too, and a lot of king high flush draws, and some queen high flush draws, and some jack high flush draws.
Well, what's his VPIP? I can't read it. What's his VPIP?
24.
Yeah, well,
Not
maybe.
Like we said, the player who's check raising those flush draws is also the player who's not cold calling a 3-bet out of position.
Yeah.
So
I think with our 9-10, I think we continue, and I think we're gonna barrel the river on a lot of rivers. Because we're gonna get him, because we want him to fold all those under pairs to the queen. And I don't know that they're gonna fold now, but I think they're gonna fold on the river.
I think they'd fold on the turn if I use like 3/4, which is what I'd
Alright.
probably use.
He goes basically half.
I don't like the sizing.
What if it's an ace of hearts would have been interesting.
I hope this 9-10 bets the river.
we
Well,
already
he's
know
not,
he's
what's
not.
up?
We already know what's going to happen.
Oh my God, you're right. He's not going to. That's gonna happen. I forgot.
He's throwing out his blocker bet again.
All right.
It's a very strange line.
I'm
And
so
he's-
lost. I guess I don't know. I'd probably just fold. Like I
Bluffs,
don't like turning this hand
third
into a bluff.
pair. Bluffs fourth pair. With straight draw on the
So,
flop.
I mean, obviously your only
option would be to raise to like 100 bigs, but you have
It's gonna
you have
work.
the cards that you want him to have. You want him to have busted at these.
You have got to
Yeah.
fold here. You can't raise. He's not
Yeah.
gonna gangster raise this, is he?
No, he's
I
folding.
don't think you want this combo to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So if he didn't bluff, I think the 9-10 has to bluff this river, right?
Yeah, yeah, you do.
Okay.
You're the one with
The
ace king.
9-10 has to barrel there.
Yeah.
Big bet.
Right.
Like 100 big blinds, big bet.
So what are, I don't know that you have to do 100. I think 50 folds out. I think 50,
Yeah,
60
I don't think
out
I'd go bigger than pot.
folds out all the jacks, tens, nines, eights, and sevens, except for the jacks on the river. And the jacks, nothing folds out the jacks. What do you think the fours are thinking on this river? What is that bet coming from?
I think he's just clicking buttons.
Desperation.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
Keep banging symbols. That's what's going on in his head.
Okay.
So this is, what is going on? So he sees a busted flush draw. He sees the only hand. I mean, the only thing I think he's trying to fold the ace king.
I think he just
We
doesn't
don't
want to
need to
face
fold
it.
that.
I don't know what he's thinking.
So he's doing the thing
Yeah.
that I was doing, but with a bigger size. He's trying not to get bluffed.
I don't think that. No, I don't think he knows he has the best. Well,
I don't
It's
think
very
there's any
marginal,
world.
but-
I
I mean, ace queen
We-
isn't folded to this size.
we can theorize
think
all
he's-
day what he's thinking, but in reality, we know he's not a thinking player. I mean, flatting
Yeah, exactly. I
flatting
think he just
pre,
doesn't know
not
what he's
check
doing.
raising
He's
the
just
flop,
doing random shit.
not leading. I mean, the turn would have been a decent spot to lead, I think,
Right.
in my opinion, at least. If you flat the flop, lead the turn.
This is pot entitlement. He missed his draw.
Okay.
I'm gonna argue it's pot entitlement.
It doesn't feel flaily. It's too small for a flail. And it's not small enough to be a pure block. So yeah, I'm not sure. All right. Last hand is going to be Nick's.
Okay. 9-8 suited gets a walk.
That's what should happen. But this
What?
instead.
Queen 6 off, decides to min click it.
Yep.
Does he yell hee haw as the chips go in?
Could be.
You can 3-bet this probably like, I don't know, 30% of the time or something.
Yeah. Let's see against the two. Since against the 2.5, which is the one that we're used to. This is the hijack, if I remember. Yeah. Right. Against the 2.5, our 9-8. 9-8 is done less than the other ones, and this is common because one of its straights, the 10 Jack Queen, is the one that gets coolered by the Ace King. So that's I think where the 10-9 and the 8-7 are better than the 9-8 in a lot of cases. I think that's why you see this a lot. So 9-8 is the least 3-bet of them at 2.5. When you drop down to 2,
What do you think? Should we 3-bet?
the 9-8 is again the least of them.
Do you have Wiz too, just so we can see how the strategies compare?
Do I have what this is
Oh,
with?
this is Wiz. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to do it this way, here's with all the same assumptions. Here's the 2.5 with all the same assumptions. And the 9-8 doesn't do it at all with this set. This is
Interesting.
zero.
That's surprising to me. Okay.
Yeah. These other ones do it. It's
Yeah,
9-8
yeah.
9-8 is the least. 9-8 is always the least. But as you go bigger, here's our 2. So a little bit of 9-8. I don't do it.
Yeah, I lean towards call. I don't hate 3-bet though.
Right.
Check range. I'm never here with Queen 6 though, but if I have this hand, I check. I'm gonna check my worst Queen X to protect my range. You can
If you
argue
don't-
range. You can argue range bet, but I don't. Yeah, I think it's a check.
Not a bad range bet for the hijack. Yeah, that's a range bet board. You could do that one. But
I've learned there's not that many range bet boards in cash games. I don't
Okay.
know. Pretty big sizing, though. 3 and
pretty big
4.5.
sizing. Pretty big sizing.
This is already. I feel like fold is too nitty, so I'm between raise or call. I don't hate either option.
I don't want to raise against the 3 though. I don't want to raise against the bigger size.
It kind of makes me want to raise more.
So one thing we want to look at online, I mean, his continuation bet is very, very, very honest.
33.
30. He is
Okay.
very honest. He's
We're
playing a
early.
lot of
18 hands. But we've only seen, he's only had 3 opportunities to see bet, but he's only done it once. So that tells you something. Yeah.
but still honest.
Yeah, that's true. Yep,
So
I'm
my
with you.
reason I lean towards check raising with a bigger sizing is instead of pulling from like, I don't know, Jack 5 suited if you have it, or these like 3 to a straight, 2 to a flush ones. 3 to a flush.
Yeah.
You're just gonna fold now, so you have to pull from some stronger equity stuff for the raise. So I think it makes a decent candidate. You can call a raise. I think they're both okay. Probably just lead now, to be honest. We have decent amount of 4x. Bet like 3.5.
Yep, that wouldn't be bad.
Now you got an opportunity.
Yeah, now I'm definitely raising.
Okay.
Why didn't you raise here, Scotty?
I didn't.
I
I
know,
like it.
why not?
I like what you're saying because I didn't think of it.
I'm going to like 12 to 14.
Okay, that would be nice.
Uh,
Here we go.
And now I say, now is the one where I say, well, I'm the one who has a 10. I'm the one who has a 4.
yeah, we actually have a decent amount of full houses here. I don't like this sizing though.
Bigger or smaller?
Bigger. Well, I guess you don't have a jack, you don't have a king. Yeah, I want to blast. I want to go like 150% to 2x.
Okay. That would have been better.
Oh, he's folding any queen, no matter what you bet.
I don't
Being
think so.
results oriented.
I don't know. I don't know. 2x pot is scary.
Yeah, but the guy who's opening queen 6 and off is generally not folding top pair.
That's true too. That's true too.
I mean, if we're being results oriented, obviously in game when you can't see the cards, you're thinking, all right, I check call on smaller bets. I have all of the 10s in my range.
Yeah. I get here with all the 10s.
So in that case, like if we're thinking hungry horse world, I mean, what are we leading with a 10? How much
We're leading,
to target a queen?
right. We're leading 12 to 18 with a 10 if we lead, and we are leading 2x, we're leading, 2x to 3x without a queen.
Yeah, I generally try to play closer to theory until I know how to exploit my opponents, but that's just what I do. I know you guys have some. I've heard of Hungry Horse. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
Just another way of thinking about playing. It's a particular, it's Mark Goons's style, and it's exploitative, based on what he considers the mass data
Yeah,
there. And so
a
we try to be
lot of
aware.
his
We're not
stuff
trying to
is
play it.
right.
We're trying to be
Right,
aware
I
of it.
get that, and I actually I use a lot because I've been getting a lot more into the Hungry Horse stuff lately. Like I use kind of all right, what's Hungry Horse, what's poker coaching, what's kind of closer to theory, and what do I think? Where do I think my opponents? And kind of I try and mix all three. But Hungry Horse is more. A lot of his stuff is a lot more applies a lot more to live poker.
Yeah, you have to be a certain depth to make it work.
Right.
I will see. I'm going to end it there. Or actually, let me stop the recording because there was something you wanted to say, and then I'm going to step away for a second. So thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow.